What's going on? Welcome to draft day. We made it. We're going to start a couple minutes early because why the hell not? I figure if Rich Eisen and company can be on air for 8 hours, we could do an extra 5 minutes. It's cool. Thanks for coming along on the live stream for the draft, first round of Vikings. So that was just a word salad, Muscusi. We'll get better. Trust me. So we're going to live stream up until right after the Vikings pick. So we'll do the reaction. Woo! AVT at 14, Darisaw 14, trading up for Slater. Bingo. Yeah, go ahead. And then we'll be down in the lab. We'll keep the live stream open so you guys can chat. I know you guys like doing that, but we'll be doing our work and cutting up clips and just, this guy is going to win a dozen Jerome Bardys in the next 10 years. Woo! Pretty excited. But, man, what a long, exhausting day already, because the draft really is like Christmas. I don't think that's a ton of hyperbole. And it is so weird because it is just an old dude reading off a bunch of names. But every single team feels like this is the year, this is the draft that, hey, everything gets turned around. We're going to hoist that Jerome Bardy, and we're going to, fresh start. Everyone is 0-0 right now, 17-0, then run the table, and then just Inglewood up to no good. Let's go. So, man, all the rumors so far. So let's tackle the big one first. Aaron Rodgers, A-Round Rodgers. Now, initially it started, Paul Allen was like, sources say that Aaron Rodgers, the Niners tried to trade for him, blah, blah, blah. And everyone just sort of wrote that off. It's like, oh, it's just PA being PA. And then it got big. And then once Schefter weighs in, you know that it is legit. Like, Schefter does not run with Spartan information. So now Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be forcing his way out of town. He's obviously upset. Maybe this is a power play to have the Packers draft a first-round wide receiver or get a big-time extension. But I need to point this out because it's not like Rodgers is bereft of talent. I think that's a narrative that needs to die. So let's look at this really quick. Rosenthal, go. Rosenthal, there we go. All right, so bring this up down. I don't have it up. There we go. Greg Rosenthal, around the NFL, who I just roasted earlier. Rosenthal, if the Packers won't trade Rodgers, I just hope they finally get him some help beyond his all-pro left tackle, Bakhtiari, all-pro wide receiver, Devontae Adams, who's not as good as Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, top 10 running back, Aaron Jones, the best Aaron on the offense, and a 26-2 14-year-old boy coach and the top scoring offense. So this entire narrative that Aaron Rodgers is bereft of talent around him, it's not true. It's false. Also, Robert Tonyan coming out of nowhere. Indiana State, Larry Bird's alma mater, go Sycamores, catching, he had 11 touchdowns last year. Also, Corey Linsley is now the highest paid center in NFL history, plus Elton Jenkins is becoming a high-end guard. So, yeah, miss me with all this. Aaron Rodgers has nothing around him. He has a YMCA flag football team. No, it's just not true. Completely false. So, if you want to contribute this week, during the live streams, during whatever, really, whether it's a monthly Jerome membership, whether it's a donation in the super chat, whether it's a Venmo, that information is in the chat. Also, if you buy something in the Teespring store, all the proceeds will be going to the Sheridan Story. It's a nonprofit in the Twin Cities dedicated to ending childhood hunger. Sorry, I'm going to burp. I'm going to stammer quite a bit on this live stream because it's been a hell of a day already. And also, we are winning the day. Woo! Maybe we'll get some impromptu Vike Flair. I don't know. But, yeah, if you've been keeping your powder dry, want to hold out, well, we know you've been putting in the work. You and producer Allie have been getting after it. But it's for a worthy cause, so pitch in a couple of bucks. There you go. What else here? Oh, also in with the Teespring store down below, if we got a sale going on right now, if you use promo code DRAFT, 21% off everything in the store. This water bottle is amazing. It's pretty damn good. Keep it hydrated. The cap is a myth. Remind yourself of it. Also, the latest and greatest, the Purple for the Win mug, often imitated, never duplicated, or whatever it is. Green Bay Tears mug down below. If you've been waiting to get the merchandise right now, 21% off, promo code DRAFT. Again, all proceeds go to the Sheridan Story. It'll be a long live stream, man. 5 minutes in, I'm already choking all over the place. I am Kyle, $14 in super chat. Keep up the great work and your production value. Thank you. All right, so we put out to you, the people, a couple of topics that we can go through pre-draft here. Oh, I want something nuts to go on. Let's hit that up first. I want some absolute insanity. Like, that's what the draft needs to be like professional wrestling. Like, I want draft day drama and beyond the whole movie thing where, not gonna lie, so we watch the movie every single year on draft day because during the day before the round one of the draft, we actually really don't have anything to do, which is kind of odd. But so we watched that Kevin Costner movie. It's a good movie, man. I understand that people who are really into the NFL and really into the draft, it seems dumbed down and very vanilla. But if you think, it has to be that way. Like, it has to be that way if they want to approach a broad audience where they have to spit out everything like, we need a quarterback at 17 in terms of best player available, in terms of, hey, QB BPA. Right, it's because the normal person, the normal well-adjusted societal person won't get that. But anyway, so I want to see something weird. I do want to see the Niners trade 3 to the Packers for Aaron Rodgers. I just want to see it. And then Lawrence Wilson. And then I want to see the Packers take Kyle Pitts. Actually, no, I don't, because covering him would be such a pain in the ass. No, who should they take? Oh, could be Trey Lance. That would hurt so much. No, don't do that. How about, may we interest you in our finest, Gregory Rousseau's. There you go. At 3. Go ahead. Similar to the Raiders taking Clelin Ferrell at 4 a couple years ago. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Also, I know that we're tempting fate that Jordan Love could actually be the next Patrick Mahomes, but with better mobility. That'd suck. I did really like Jordan Love in the draft process last year. But let's put all these back. I don't want the bad juju, bad vibes all over the place. Who do you think's going to go at 3? I have this weird feeling that it's going to be Mac Jones. And I feel like the Niners are confident enough that they'll be able to take the heat of, Mac Jones when Justin Fields and Trey Lance are on board. Javin Griffin's 99 cents in super chat. Thank you, brother. All right, let's get into some of these hypotheticals we put out there. Comment with your bold prediction. Bold NFL draft first round prediction. Matt Kraft, Rodgers gets traded to San Francisco, and Pecker fans everywhere start crying. It's kind of funny. Alexis Martinez, we're getting our quarterback the future in Fields tomorrow. Wow. I said that. So the Vikings can certainly go BPA, and they should. Plus, BPA could be offensive line, yes. But if one of the big 5 quarterbacks just falls into the lap, they have to think about it. Jeff Vikings, I already missed out on my bold move. It happens. Turtle, 553. Because of Miami and Cincinnati at 5 and 6, with a great chance of picking Sewell, my prediction is the Panthers trade up to 4 to draft Sewell. Oh, that is spicy. But that was pretty popular early on when before the Panthers traded for Darnold, but the Panthers trading up to 4 with the Falcons. But I don't think they would ever trade in division. I just don't. Derek, Andy, I look forward to on your live stream because you were very knowledgeable and are a Vikings fan and very professional the way that you stammer, you drink on air, and you apply chapstick while on air. It's all good. I'm not interested in watching TV coverage, hearing all the so-called experts in the mainstream media criticize picks or excuse their own mistaken predictions. But I'm going to do exactly that. That's exactly what we're going to be doing here. Plus, probably with more Office jokes. Oh, by the way, I forgot that Aaron Rodgers was in an episode of The Office. It was like the second to last episode. Actually, it might have been the last episode. No, second to last. So now that show is dead to me. Forgot about that. That's how serious I am. One time, Vikings move up to get Sewell and get Mond in the second round. Wow. I would sign up for that. I have my reservations about Mond. I love me some Penei Sewell. Man, I say go get it. CBO Vikings. Should be CBD Vikings. Vikings trade down with Washington, giving up 14 and 119 to get 19 and 51. Draft Tevin Jenkins at 19. I'd be fine with Jenkins. Question would be, where do you play him? Since you have 2 tackles, I'm less bullish on Jenkins moving to left tackle. Like, I don't think this is a Jedrick Wills situation, but I would play Tevin Jenkins at right guard. He's got that nastiness fire in the belly. Him and Brian O'Neill do van damage on the right side. Stan Lamaros. How many, they just took who? Colin Farrell picks will we see this year, and who do you think will be? I think we'll see a lot. See, a couple of surprise first-round picks. I think Rap Sheet said that Peyton Turner might sneak in. Yes. I want to see something else. I want to see Bateman as the third wide receiver off the board ahead of Devontae Smith or something crazy like that. I want to see Leatherwood as the second offensive lineman off the board. I want to see Landon Dickerson being a top 15 pick. I want schizo. I want 7 quarterbacks in the first round. I want to see nuts. Oh, that's really sad. So I don't really watch the local news, but I got ABC on because they're going to be having the ESPN stream. And, man, they just had a sad story on about a dude had his companion dog stolen. That's sad. That's really sad. Anyway, if you're like me, so we have the streaming services. We do like YouTube TV and Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and all that stuff. But the downside about YouTube TV, and I'm pretty sure this is the same with all the streaming platforms, is that there's about a 35 to 45 second delay on everything. So if we want to be abreast as things change, or if we're watching the game in the fall and we're doing a stream or we're live tweeting something or whatever, we have to bring out the old antenna. Like I would show this, but so we got the old antenna hooked up to one of the TVs, so it's got the local like over the air broadcast. It's so ghetto, but I love it. What are we talking about? Oh, Tevin Jenkins, yes, play my right guard. Oh, Colin Farrell, yes. Amit Mathur. The Vikings trade up or stay at 14 and pick a franchise quarterback. They stay at 14 and pick a franchise quarterback. That's getting nuts. Is it Trey Lance? No pants for Trey Lance. You know how much the local media would climax over Trey Lance being the pick for the Vikings? Every human interest piece story, interviewing Trey Lance's parents, going to Marshall, Minnesota. It'd be fun. Devin Gonzalez, $10 in the super chat. Keep up the amazing work, Sculpt. Also, if you want a question answered in the live chat, toss it in as a super chat. All the money goes to a good cause. Blake Sorby. Patriots move up to 4 and pick Lance if he's still there or Fields. Or hell, maybe the Patriots just pull off a trade for Aaron Rodgers. Man. Now, I want as many nuts trades as possible. I want Rodgers to the Patriots. I want Cam to the Bears. I want, Rodgers to the Rams. And then all the national media jabroni haircuts have to walk back all of their orgasming praise about Matthew Stafford. And then the Rams, I don't know, they just punt Stafford to Denver or Washington. Yeah, Teddy Stafford and Drew Lock. Oh, yeah, by the way, so there is some rumblings that maybe the Vikings end up trading for Drew Lock as their QB of the future. So we would have to walk back a lot of ish talking about Drew Lock, because I don't think Drew Lock's very good. But if he ends up in the Vikings, then I'd be like, well, he's our guy. Actually, no, he doesn't have to be, because I don't know, I've been kind of pooping on all the Vikings backup quarterbacks. Trevor Siemian, his IQ is 3 times as high as his quarterback rating. Sean Mannion is the Pac-12 all-time leading passer because he was there for 4 years, because all the good quarterbacks leave after 3. Jake Browning. Actually, I think Jake Browning is up there too, because he was a 4-year starter at Washington. If he was able to declare as a sophomore, he may have been the first quarterback taken in the Mahomes draft. And that's mildly an exaggeration. Jake Browning's 2016 season was amazing. And then Nate Stanley is Nate Stanley. Woo. All right, next up. Harvey Melber. Oh, if you're new to the channel, I'm sure we got some new viewers tonight. If you're new to the channel, expect a lot of tangents, a lot of non-football talk as well. That's about it. The only thing I promise you is that no politics, because, that's divisive anyway. Harvey Melber. Trade Hunter in a 2022 second rounder to Miami for 6 and 36 tomorrow's draft. Wow. I wouldn't do it. I'm going to ride and down with Daniil, and even if that neck is completely dead and gone, I'm I'm whatever. I'm not giving up on a potential first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm not. Miles, grilling pork chops with some hobo-style potato skull. I'm a last-minute Fields enthusiast. Hey, love you, Miles. So I clearly have my reservations about Fields, but if you're getting him at 14, yes, take the shot. Because I think that his ceiling and potential is, you're going to take that gamble every single time. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. The only problem with Fields, he has to have a good line in front of him. He has to have a good offensive line, and the Vikings, do they have that? I don't know. Knowing not a pre-draft prediction, but could impact draft even when we don't know yet. But where is Jeff Gladney, court hearing, or whatever it is? I don't think there's been any movement on that other than him turning himself in and the initial announcement of charges, I think. And I believe Spielman said that they're just going to let this thing play out, similar to what they did with Rock Thomas, similar to what they did with Chris Cook. So, I don't think it impacts much. I think the Vikings still will have some thirst for cornerback because freaking Zimmer. So we'll see. Lazy L. And I would not, I understand, a lot of Vikings fans would certainly be upset if they went defense in the first round, especially with so many holes on the offensive line. And especially cornerback. But J.C. Horn is a bad mother. I mean, Patrick Surtain is a dude. Unless it's something weird like they just take Asante Samuel or Melifonwu or just seriously overdraft a corner, I'm okay with it. Jack Bornicke, $4.99 in the super chat. You're the best. Thanks for tossing a couple bucks. Zach Lazy L. Vikings go safe with Darrisaw or maybe Trey Lance falls to us. I think that's probably the most likely scenario. No, I think it will be O-line. I hope they don't overthink it. Zach Petit, they will ignore offensive line and they will go cornerback or go quarterback. Yeah, now that I said that out loud, it's like I don't really like it. Even though it's more that I do like the cornerbacks, like the top end guys, but just that idea. Noah Sattler. Jets trade this year's and next year's first round picks to the Packers for Rodgers. Ow! And then he joins the Vikings. Pulls a Favre. Also, the Packers put in a poison pill that if the Jets flip Rodgers to the Vikings right away, they owe them 3 first round picks, or whatever it was. DP, Patriots trade up to 4 and take Lance, Jimmy G, and Julio. Both get traded in the draft. Yeah, the steam about Julio to the Titans, that'd be a good trade. The reverse Arthur Smith, basically trading their OC for the wide receiver. Chris Danny Hansen, Zach Wilson goes 1, Lawrence goes 2. I want something nuts like that to happen. Everyone and their mom predicts that it's going to be Lawrence at 1. And also Jacksonville, I believe, lit up one of their bridges orange and blue, Clemson colors. So, yeah, let's get nuts. I mean, can we have some fun? I mean, isn't that what it's all supposed to be about? See, the bars at Fargo, loading up, no pants for Trey Lance. I wonder if they still cheer on Carson Wentz. Man, that would have been a good story, but it didn't work out that way. Next up. Oh, if you're just joining us, thank you very much for coming along. We know that there's a lot of entertainment options out there, and thank you very much for making this part of your day. Also, anything that comes in on the Venmo, on the Super Chat, on the whatever, goes to the Sheridan Story. It's a nonprofit here in the Twin Cities, ending childhood hunger, so do that up. Next up. Landon Miller, Vikings trade down with Nolans and pick up some day 2 draft capital. I see this because they're not forcing your hand on linemen. If the tackles are gone, I could see that. There is some talk about New Orleans getting in the top 10 for a defensive player. I don't really see that. Unless it's Micah Parsons. That would make sense. But maybe at 14, they could get up and get a cornerback. Maybe Parsons there. Maybe they go with Joke pretty early. I mean, New Orleans is not above making aggressive moves. See Marcus Davenport, although that one didn't work out. Russ Mullins, $15 in Super Chat. You the man. Next up, Derek Baker. Although I tend to be an optimist, I have a bad news prediction. During the draft, there will be a major run offensive line in the first and during the second round. So the only starting caliber offensive line the Vikings will get will be at 14. That's if they pick offensive line. Maybe. Oakview. Jets draft Fields. Also, do you think... Oh, God, that would be nuts. Also, do you think the Vikings should sign Mike Williams long-term deal with the Chargers, let him go next year? Eh. So I do like Mike Williams. I think he's a much better wide receiver too. But, I mean, that's fine. Obviously, he'd be wide receiver too here with the Vikings. He does have the go up and get it type skills. Like, Mike Williams is basically what we want Treadwell to be. But, I don't know. Beyond him being a power forward and just boxing dudes out, like, there's not really a whole lot of sizzle to his game. I don't know. I vote Einik. Jalen Phillips, first defensive end off the board. I don't think that's that high of a take. I think if he was perfectly healthy, he would be that dude. It's not a overly top-heavy edge class this year. Like, there are 4 or 5 first-round caliber dudes, but there's no Chase Young. I mean, there's no Chase Young in here. One time, $5 in the super chat. You're the best. Next up, Ben Bauman. Vikings trade up for Micah Parsons, or Stefanski takes Zaven and turns him into a better bar. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Stefanski knows how the sausage is cooked. Next up, Westworld. There will be 0 safeties taken on Thursday. I guess Morey could fall out of the first round. It is a possibility. I think that he'll sneak into the back end, though. Actually, he's a candidate to get taken, like, sneaky early. Like, say the Cowboys. They're just like, Jerry Jones like, well, we know we have needs all over the place, and I'm really infatuated with Kyle Pitts, but you know the kid over in Fort Worth is really good. Morig, we need help at safety. Maybe he'll go at 10 to the Cowboys. It's getting nuts. Actually, let's look at a couple of nuts picks. So, expand and enhance. So, completely nuts picks. Falcons. You know what has been mocked a lot and kind of surprising? Surtain at 4 to the Falcons, where they're just like, no, F you teams that want to trade up for a quarterback. F you Kyle Pitts. F you Jamar Chase. F you Penei Sewell. We're just going to take the cornerback. I mean, I guess it's possible. Is it probable? No. Bengals. I guess Pitts makes sense. Jamar makes sense. There's really a lot that would maybe they go Slater. Maybe Slater is the first offensive lineman off the board at 5. That'd be pretty nuts. Dolphins. I just want to see something nuts. Like, I want to see Justin Fields and Dolphins, where they're like, hey, Tua, we're going to build around you. Yeah, just kidding. Or if Fields somehow falls all the way to their second first-round pick, that is way too much value for them to pass up. I would be mad at them if they actually passed up on that. Or how the Raiders. The Raiders going Justin Fields. Fields really is the wild card here. Because there hasn't been a lot of talk about, Mac falling or Trey Lance falling, but there's been a lot of steam about Fields just taking a tumble. I don't know what's going to happen. Next up, Emercha Robles, Rashawn Slater. I think the Vikings might have to maneuver to get Slater. Sione Nagona, is it possible the Vikings trade a player for some draft picks, maybe someone like Daniil? I think if they were going to do it, they would have done it by now. I guess if you had to pick one, I think Daniil might be too expensive. Maybe a guy like Thielen or Harrison. It hurts to say. Next up, Christopher Lascari. It's time to trade up, and it will be Sewell at 8. I'm okay with that. I'm more than okay with that. Bold prediction, Vikings draft Fields or Lance. Much to the chagrin of Kirk Cousins, the assistant regional general manager. Derek Watchnick. Vikings trade 14, a third, a fourth, and Cousins for pick number 3. They need more than that. They would have to throw in an extra first and probably an extra first. Ben Kelly. Vikings trade up to 7 for a quarterback without sacrificing any future picks. So, 7's going to be spendy. Let's look at the trade chart. Here in the trade chart. I always say take the trade chart with a grain of salt, but then I always refer to it. I'm a hypocrite. What can I say? I don't care. All right, so the Vikings getting up to 7, Lions. So 400 points they'd have to make up. No first-round pick. That would have been nice. So the Vikings... I think we did this one. Where if the Vikings packaged up their both thirds and both fourths, they could get up there. But that'd be ballpark. But since they're the team wanting to move up, they probably have to give up a little bit more. Peng Hanlong, Penny Sewell fall to 14, please. Well, if Penny Sewell killed like 5 people right now, he may fall. Chargers trade with Falcons to get Sewell. That'd be annoying. Michael Lewis, Cardinals move up for Smith. I could see the Cardinals moving up for receiver. Even though they got Nuke, they have Isabella, they have Kirk, they have the corpse of A.J. Green. Yeah, Bulford Skull. Vikings trade 14 to Buffalo for 30, 60, and several others and select pay. Meh. Bryce Kettling. If we get a top 3 tackle and keep Ezra at guard, no, not necessarily. I just think it is what it is. It is a business where, hey, Ezra, we like you at left tackle, but if we can get someone that we like better at left tackle, it's going to happen. Madden, Patriots trade 1 for a quarterback. Bengals take Pitts or Chase or Sewell. I don't think that's too hot of a take for the Bengals. I think that's likely who they're going to get. But, wait, the Patriots trade up for 1? For number 1? Numero uno? Man. Payne's Comics, nailed it. Vikings will take CJ Horn. That's a new guy. After 4 quarterbacks, I guess maybe. If they can't trade back, yeah. Travis Hodges, Bengals take Chase. Vikings on the phone, transfer Sewell. I would love to see that. Dolphins, Chris Greer, holla at us. Coach Figgy. Patriots trade up to 7 for Justin Fields. It's not impossible. McNiller, Vikings trade up to 6 to draft Trey Lance. I don't know if they do that. That would be going all in, though. Probably take a future first and change. At least. Stanley Morris, which players from each position group will have the best rookie seasons? All right, so I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go whoever goes with the Niners, because that is the best team on paper of teams that are thirsty for quarterbacks. I will go running back Najee Harris. Tight end Pitts, yes. Wide receiver, I'll go Bateman. Let's go Bateman. Offensive lineman, I'll go Darisaw. Interior, I will go Creed Humphrey, because Dickerson and Davis are dealing with injuries. Onwuzurike, a defensive tackle. I'll go Barmore. Edge, I will go Aziz. Outside linebacker, Joke. Bolt, middle linebacker, I will go. I'll go KJ Britt. I think KJ Britt will be able to break through and just rack up 140 tackles. Just be that guy. Cornerback, I will go with. I'll go J.C. Horn, and then safety, I will go with Richie Grant. There you go. Great person. We go defense first round. I don't think that's out of a take. I would say it's almost like a 30% chance they go defense. Oh, the draft is on. Issa Zeely. Ricky will make the Vikings happy. Drafting number 19, dude from Michigan. Is 19. So Kwity Paye. FU pay me. Spilling trades back, picks up Kwity Paye. Oakland will trade up for a quarterback. God, that'd be nuts. I would love to see. They've never. Mayock and Gruden have never seemed like they're in with Derek Carr at all. Merchant Rebels, have you had dinner yet? So I've been eating sushi all day, off and on. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a new tradition. John Clinton. Patriots trade up to 4 for Justin Fields. Spicy. Tristan D. Falcons take Fields, not Kyle Pitts, and Caleb Farley falls out of the first round. I actually think that Farley could fall out of the first round because of the medicals, because of the lack of in-person contact this offseason, because who was it? I think it was Chad Graff who pointed out the Vikings are looking at MRIs instead of just testing their own players, which is just, wow, you're just really throwing darts, man. Spielman, Vikings trade down and draft Tevin Jenkins. It's a possibility. I really like Tevin Jenkins. Vikings attempt to trade into the top 10, but the price tag is too high. It's possible. Kai Severson. Jerome Shalom. Top 3 won't be all quarterback. Oh! Well, I'll bet against that. Because it's not like the Niners gave up 3 first-round picks for Micah Parsons. Nah. San Francisco to score. Penny falls to us. Penny Smitier. Sean Sebastian, Justin Fields, the Patriots. I think it goes down. Either way, I think the Patriots come away from the first round with a new quarterback, whether that's a trade, whether that's a draft pick. Lastly, AVT is taken ahead of Darisaw Slater. Wow. That one would be spicy. That is a spicy-ass meatball. Love it. So, just a reminder, if you're joining us, all proceeds, super chats, new memberships, merchandise in the Teespring store, every single dollar will go to the Sheridan Story, a Twin Cities charity that combats childhood hunger in the Twin Cities. Love to see it. And also the Teespring store, 21% off using promo code DRAFT. Next couple days, hit that up. Get that great water bottle. Get the Green Bay Cheers mug. Oh, there you go. Fingers. Fired up, man. Can we just go? I swear to everything that's holy, if the Jaguars take up the entire time on the clock, we will burn Utica to the ground. We will riot. Why not? And it won't be a quiet riot. Come feel the noise. Conversely, who's one player you do not want the Vikings draft in the first round? RM, Trevor Lawrence. I hear none of his teammates went to his birthday party. Also another draft day reference. That's a good movie, man. I don't care what anyone says. That's a good movie. Oh, also, we're watching the local news, Channel 5, where the local news is obsessed with athletes that are from Minnesota that are elsewhere, that A, didn't sign with the Gophers, and B, the Vikings didn't draft. It's kind of weird. San Francisco, just go with Jalen Phillips. I would understand it. I think it's a huge gamble, especially since you don't have a second-round pick. Lazy L, every edge in this draft. Yeah. Tristan D, anyone that is an offensive lineman. I feel like that's the general sentiment, especially since they didn't really do anything in free agency. Heath, Mays, Mac Jones, or any corners. And Mac Jones at 14, I would understand. Surtain, I would certainly understand. Travis, no cornerbacks and no corners. I'd be fine with edge, but really want O-line. I think everyone does. Probably about sides of it. Samir Shishilag, worried about Phillips' injury history, to be honest. Indeed, any cornerback. Honestly, my answer is there, so how dare you? It's always funny, too, where you point out, oh, the Vikings need to draft a guard. Well, how about AVT at 14? That's a little bit too high for a guard. What do you want? What do you want? TGJP. Surtain, Mac Jones, he just hates Alabama. Roll Tide. JC Horn, Morig, or any edge. It's basically every defensive player in Mac Jones. Notice that no one said Micah Parsons. If Parsons makes it, I mean, that's just too much value. Biggest buzzer. Nah. So let's go back to our Excel spreadsheet. So I want this to be nuts. Nathan Charles, $5 in super chat. If I was the Ravens, I'm getting the Lions, Horn, train both first and grabbing a top wide receiver. Skull for the children. What up? What up? Also, hey, let us know where we were watching from and give a couple of shout outs. Should we do a mini mock draft? Why not? Why not? No, that's the normal PFF. I don't want that. Zoom in and enhance. Just showed off all my bookmarks. Yes, I am cutting crown molding after the draft. We're also looking at that house. It's a little bit spendy, but it's really awesome. Onyx. Oh, if you want to do the convert thing, that's really easy. If you want to do the sarcastic alternating text, it's good. Yeah. Next up, no personal vendetta, $10 in super chat. I hope he trade up to 4 to get Penny Sewell. Woo! All right, one round, speed fast. Let's go. We're gonna do all the picks. All of the picks. Start draft. No trades. Who's this jabroni band right now? Is this Kings of Leon? No, it can't be. All right, so Jets, Trevor Lawrence. Yeesh. Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, yes. Wilson, too. Onalaska, Prague, Syracuse, Western New York, what up? Grand Rapids, Florida, Dallas, Vancouver, South Carolina, Savage, Germany, Owatonna, Merced. You guys are the best. Thanks for coming along. 3. So Niners. Do we get nuts or do we play this thing according to Hoyle? Actually, let's get a little bit nuts. Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones, come on down. Falcons. I think that they would trade down. Actually, let's do trades of this thing. Why not? Who wants to come up? The Vikings want to come up? Oh, should I do it? Nah, actually. Dun 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 dun. Falcons trade for future first, and a second. Go. Forcing this trade to complete. Yes. Also, how can they deny that trade? Because I'm all the players. So they move up and they get Justin Fields. Justin Fields with the Raiders would make a lot of sense. 5 the Bengals. I don't think they can resist Kyle Pitts. They get offensive line later on. 6 Dolphins. Jamar Chase is gonna be that dude. Lions on the clock at 7. Where Penei Sewell would make sense. Quarterback could make sense. Maybe they go QB. So why the hell not? So they're going to go no pants for Trey Lance. I mean, they're not sold on Jared Goff. They just took on his contract to warehouse it. Now, what is happening? 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 Oh, forcing this trade. I got to force all these trades to go through because they're all bad trades. Vikings moving on up for Penei Sewell. Finally got us a piece of the pie. Broncos. So now they got Teddy. They got Drew Lock, and they're out of the quarterback business. It's unfortunate. But, yeah, Micah Parsons is going to be that dude. Cowboys at 10. This is an unguard. They haven't really replaced Fredrickson at center. So, Slater, come on down. Maybe you're the heir apparent to Tyron Smith. Sure. Next up. The Giants at 11. Go with Waddle. 12 Eagles. Devontae. That's going to make too much sense. Well, they're really high on Christian Barmore. 13, the Chargers get Darisaw. 14, the Panthers are on the clock. Man. Well, could you imagine Barmore with Derek Brown? The Iron Bowl defensive tackles. The Iron Wall. That'd be good. No, they go Surtain. 15. So it's really unfortunate that they miss out on everything. But J.C. Horn is there. I actually think they trade Stephon Gilmore during the draft. The Cardinals, they're going to go Bateman. Bateman, what up? Falcons down at 17. I mean, Grady Jarrett is still relatively young, but Barmore and Jarrett, that's pretty sick. They could go AVT. Or actually, no, since they're going to trade Julio, Ja and Ridley. I really love that, man. 18 Dolphins. Yeah, Barmore makes sense here. 19 Washington. They missed out on all the quarterbacks. So you know what? Let's get nuts. Bears at 20. They're like, WTF, mate. Now they get AVT. It's too much value to pass up on. 20. But I think that they're going to take the first shot on an edge rusher. So they'll go Jalen Phillips here. Tennessee Titans. Greg Newsome. That makes too much sense. 23 Jets. Do they go joke? I think Saleh would go joke. Why not? 24 Steelers. Yeah, this one would make sense for the running back, right? Although they need help all over the place. Let's give an offensive lineman. All right, let's give him Tevin Jenkins. There we go. 25 Jaguars. They got their QB. Did they do something nuts here? Or do they just go BPA? Morgue would make sense. Yes. All right, so the Browns, they missed out on Barmore. It is what it is. They go Jason Away. Over Kwity Paye. F you, pay me. Ravens, Kwity Paye, welcome on in. The Saints gamble on Caleb Farley. The Packers, they finally get Jordan Love, a wide receiver, Terrace Marshall Jr. outside the numbers. Bills get Aziz. The Ravens take Dylan Radunz to replace Orlando Brown Jr. And then finally the Bucks. Should we have some fun? Why not? Davis Mills, rounding out the first round. That's nuts. Jensen Blaine, $5 in the super chat. I'm a Vikings fan based in Sacramento. If Rodgers goes to San Francisco, I'm convinced it's punishment for me personally. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you. You're the best. All right. Results. Oh, A+, 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 A+. Bottom line, the Vikings traded to get Penny Sewell. That's all I care about. That really is all that I care about. So we got the ESPN on now. We got Herb Street. I like that they're actually sharing resources and working in conjunction. I think this stems from last year when they had the pandemic, where they just kind of had to put the kibosh on everything. Well, it's good to see. Revved up, man. I want to see fireworks. I want to be entertained. Let's go. Funny quote from Vikings GM Rick Spielman on the report that Aaron Rodgers wants to leave the Packers. What do I need to send any team to get him out of there? Spielman, he's always got jokes, man. Keep your eyes on Vegas. Well, Denver's gone from 61-21 Super Bowl. Huh. Yeah, Chris Long pointed this one out. KSTP Sports. Keep an eye on Vegas. Well, within the last couple hours, Denver's gone from 61 to win the Super Bowl to 21. Teddy just got that job, and now... Man, can you imagine the Broncos giving up like 2 1s to go get Aaron Rodgers as old balls? It's weird. It's weird, man. All right, next. The whole hurry up and wait thing. Because is Jacksonville even on the clock yet? What? It says starts at 7. Why not start at 7? Of course, I'm definitely not a night owl, but maybe would it be there? Hopes and dreams on the offensive line. It's good, man. That's good. Also, I pointed this out early. I swear to everything holy, if the Jaguars take the entire clock. Nah. Oh, they are on the clock. Are they officially on the clock? I assume they are, right? I love their draft room, the Jaguars. Yeah, it's weird with all the COVID stuff and protocols. Everything's spread out. Most of it's open air. Everyone's masked up. I'm surprised that Cleveland pulled this thing off. You would have thought that the draft would have been in Florida or Texas, but it'd be what it'd be. George Payton. Man, could George Payton really pull this off? Nah. No way, right? See, who else would I want to move? Where would Cam Newton go? I actually do think that the Patriots could work something out with Jimmy Garoppolo. Where, they trade for him, they take on his contract, rework deal. Because the dirty little secret is Belichick didn't want to trade Garoppolo, was in 2017 for that second round pick. He wanted to let Brady go and build around Jimmy G, but Robert Kraft was like, Tom's my guy. Tom's my guy. Where Belichick is cold, man. Like, Belichick is all business. I think Robert Kraft has a little bit more empathy and attachment to the player, especially a guy like Tom Brady. How can you blame him? But, just give me a drop. So, I think they'll go with Jimmy G. Mike Kliss pointing out. I love when local beat writers get all upset after there's reports by the national media. Mike Kliss, local Broncos beat writer. While there are various reports out there, Aaron Rodgers and the Broncos, I'm told Broncos are not in talks with Green Bay. All Broncos brass is more room gearing up for draft. Blah, 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 blah. And you saw this with the Packers beat writers, where after PA started talking about the Aaron Rodgers trade, and everyone's like, that's baloney. And then Schefter picked it up. And then all the local Packers beat writers are like, doing spin control. Like, how come you weren't in on this first? You're supposed to be dialed in. Oh my God, it is Kings of Leon. Why? What song's the Kings of Leon? Like, where are their hits? Is it You Somebody? Is that them? It's probably them. No. This is Cleveland, though. It's the city of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you get Kings of Leon. Like, we couldn't get Metallica all up in here. Oh, by the way, so if you ever gone to a concert at US Bank Stadium, it's not really built for acoustics. I mean, I think there's too much glass in there where the reverb or, I don't know the scientific terms of audio stuff, but it's not really that great because I went to the Metallica concert, which I think was the first concert at US Bank Stadium. It's kind of all over the place. I mean, Metallica was awesome, but it just felt like there was a lot of echo going on. But what can you do? I mean, it's a football stadium, right? And concerts on the side. Sure. All right. So are the Jaguars on the clock or no? Is Kings of Leon really going to take up this entire draft? Kings of Leon is standing between us and getting to this fun thing that we've been building up for 6 months. Huh? Also, the whole masking thing is weird. It's like, you don't have to wear your mask while you're eating and drinking. I'm just going to eat and drink all the time then, man. That's how I'm going to roll. I mean, you're outside. Come on. The Vikings contingent up front. See, I see a Jefferson jersey, Dalvin jersey, Harrison Smith jersey. Here comes Goodell. By the way, Joe Thomas, slimmed down, man. He looks great for a stupid Badger. I forgot that you forget that Joe Thomas went to Wisconsin because he's so likable. Stupid Goodell, clapping. Who's up there? Bernie Kosar, Jarvis Juice Landry. Man, the Bernie Kosar saga is so strange. Look this up. Like Bernie Kosar, the way that he got into the supplemental draft so that his hometown Browns could select him, it's a little bit shady McShaderson. Then, of course, Bernie was the town hero, and then, it just didn't work out well. But Bernie, he's the hero of that city, man. Jarvis Landry is super frustrating if you don't play PPR, which I don't know why you wouldn't. Jarvis Landry is the king of 12 catch, 74-yard games and no touchdowns, of course. Goodell gets booed even with the minimal crowd. It's really funny. We need to take the mandatory shot of the setup. What up? Post this. We ready? Please do football stuff. Please do football things. We ready. Stupid Goodell. Can I have a little volume on this? I don't want the live stream to get pulled. I don't think it will on that low of volume. It's so weird how the NFL draft has turned into this giant spectacle. It really is amazing. Where you go back, I'm a mute Goodell. Blah, blah, blah. So you go back to the 1983 draft. Remember that famous draft, 6 quarterbacks in the first round, Elway, Marino, Jim Kelly. Vikings got Joey Browner in that draft. And it was on a Tuesday in like the Courtyard Marriott ballroom in New York. Like, could you imagine that? Like the NFL draft on a random Tuesday morning. And plus, let's look that up actually. Wiki 1983 NFL draft. I want to make sure I'm not lying. Yeah, April 26th. April 26th. No. 1983. What happened on this day? Dow Jones. No, we need to know what day it was. Yeah, Tuesday. It was on a friggin' Tuesday. Unbelievable. Yeah, so Tuesday in the Marriott, all this nonsense is going down. Elway, Dickerson was in there. Chris Big Hinton. No relation to Kyle Hinton. Although there should be. That would make sense. Billy Ray, Jimbo Covert, Bruce Matthews. Hall of Famers all over the place, man. That's crazy. Joey Browner certainly should be in the Hall of Fame, but I digress. Gary Anderson. Oh, the running back. Jim Jeffcoat. Father of Jackson Jeffcoat. What up? Dan Marino, Darryl Green. That's a great draft, man. How many rounds were in 83? Ooh, we had a Hall of Famer. Oh, Richard Dent, round 8. Tennessee State. I don't even know what their mascot is. Doesn't matter. Was this a 12-round draft? Yeah, 12. Back in the day. Anthony Carter. Oh, yeah. Because he went so late in the draft because I believed he had already committed to the USFL. Played for the Michigan Panthers, I think. Pretty sure that's right. Yeah, Michigan Panthers. Him and was a I know we're just boring people to tears, but I'm being bored by the TV coverage right now, man. Talking about Andrew Luck. Yeah, when Andrew Luck retired, he definitely retired for good. And it's almost cliche where in the draft process, teams ask players, or part of the assessment is, does this player really love football? I don't think Andrew Luck really loved football. I think Andrew Luck just had the physical gifts that allowed him to... Well, Trevor Lawrence got married, didn't he? Yeah. But Andrew Luck had all the physical gifts that allowed him to play football at a high level. So I think he liked it, certainly. And also his dad, Oliver Luck, back in the day, played in the league, I think he played in the USFL too, or something like that. And I don't know. I feel like there are some guys that just have the natural God-given ability, and they'll play the game because of what the game gives them freedom to do. But I think if you had Andrew Luck in a private moment, if you gave him the option to be just an anonymous citizen, not famous, not an NFL quarterback, not the number 1 overall pick, and he could just be a quiet engineer and do stuff with concrete and build bridges and stuff, I think he would do that. Same thing with Matt Khalil. So I have this working theory about Matt Khalil is that Khalil never really loved football, but he loved what football brought, the notoriety, the money, everything with that. And you look at Khalil's family, like his dad clearly loved the game. His big brother Ryan clearly loved the game. And then Matt was just born. He hit the genetic lottery where he was 6'5" with long arms and agility for days. And he could play a very in-demand position on the football field, but he never really loved the game. Right? But he played in high school because it got you the ladies. He played in college because it got you the ladies. And a little bit of money. And I mean, it's college football. Come on, people. And then you get to the NFL and you get paid. But, when adversity strikes, do you love it or not? And I don't think they really loved it. Oh, good. ABC. Is this Jessie Palmer? Man, Jessie Palmer's been working on that tan, man. Wait, he was on The Bachelor, right? Is that how he got his start? What season are they on for The Bachelor and The Bachelorette? Because our guy PFF Mike was on there, right? Also, wasn't The Bachelorette from Minnesota for 1 year? I think that was a big deal. Again, this is the reason why you come here, because we could just talk about football and the draft and prospects, but we've been doing that ad nauseum for like 6 months, man. So this is why people watch Bill Walton call college basketball games, and he'll go on a 5-minute diatribe on like Native American tribes and pueblos and weed. Oh, Trevor Lawrence completion percentage is 666. Don't draft him. Yeah, I mean, why are the Jaguars taking up so much time? It's actually really annoying me. You know what the pick's going to be. Everyone knows what the pick is going to be. Just make it. That's a really good panel for ESPN ABC. Because you got Herb Street, you got Desmond Howard. Oh, I mean, it's just college game day crowd. Is that Schefter? It's got to be Schefter, right? First Energy Stadium, the Factory of Sadness. Deplorable Neanderthal, $5 a super chat. Does Denver challenge KC with Aaron Rodgers trade? 3 first-round picks to Green Bay, I'm hearing. I'm certain that they would. You got Garrett Bowles, you got Sutton, you got Hamler, you got Judy, you got Fant, you got Mike Boone. I mean, you're set. You are going to be good to go. It's actually a good question. Mike Clay, the best Thursday night game of the season underway. It's kind of fair. Because how did this blow up and become so hyped? It's just some dude reading names and a couple of highlights. I think Etienne's underrated. I know that Najee Harris has been getting all the love. They are going to take the full 10 minutes, aren't they? How dare they? How dare they? I think the Jaguars could be tough this year. Let's take a look. Orleans Jaguars. Because Trevor Lawrence is walking into a really good situation where they got Urban Meyer. I think Bevel will be decent working with Trevor Lawrence. But you got DJ Chark. You signed Marvin Jones. You're good there. Colin Johnson from last year's draft, I like a lot. You got Laviska Shenault in the slot. You're good to go. You franchise tag Cam Robinson, which is, yeah. They redid Norwell's deal. Linder's back. AJ can. They certainly can improve on him. Oh, I forgot they got Ben Barsh. Pride of St. John's. Let him work. Jawan Taylor. Definitely need to revamp that offensive line. Eifert. You could certainly improve tight end. But James Robinson is there. They re-signed Carlos Hyde. Defensively, Josh Allen is a stud. Miles Jack's been doing it at high level for a long time. What the hell is this crap? Why does Reese Davis have JPP length arms? I really don't like when they do the Monday night graphics because they're so creepy. Like we've dipped into the uncanny valley. It did poorly because the animation was so creepy. Just so creepy. Shaq Edwards, $5 in Super Chat. Vikings going to trade up and get Sewell. Let's go. Skull from Jersey, what up? But, yeah, the Jaguars, they signed Schobert. And they drafted C.J. Henderson first round last year. He was pretty damn solid. The Browns, Shaq Griffin. And they signed Rayshon Jenkins. How is he not listed as starter, man? Come on, son. They brought back Dwayne Smoot. He's a really underrated defensive lineman. So they got pieces. They certainly have pieces. Plus they have, 6 picks in the top 60 or something like that? Or is it 5 picks? Doesn't matter. But man. Wait. Jaguars are now just on the clock. Wait, that was a countdown for them to be on the clock. Oh, the pick is in. All right, so the Jets are on the clock. Thank God. Because just start. We're in hurry up and wait mode. I wonder who it's going to be. I want the upset. I want Zach Wilson. I want it to happen. I just want to feel it. Let's start out the night with a bang. And I don't mean Kings of Leon. Well, I guess that bang was us banging our heads on the desk. It was like, why would you pick Kings of Leon? You're in the city of rock and roll. You sure got Kiss. Gene Simmons and company, man. Real toss-up between Lawrence and his wife for best hair. She gets more edge for fiddling with her hair more. That's fair. No personal vendetta, $5 in Super Chat. Our front office is incompetent. There's no way they would ever consider doing something the fan base would love, like training up for Sewell. Maybe they'll back into it. Who knows? Goodell, get your ass out here. I do like how they arranged the fans where I believe there's 12 fans from each fan base and they lined them up by division, which is pretty fun. That's fun. Goodell's getting booed. Oh, wait, is there a house band? Why couldn't you get Questlove? Hey, can we have built this stage any longer? Oh, see, Goodell is doing this thing where he brings up very sympathetic people, so fans are less inclined to boo him, but they still boo him. Oh, no way. Oh, it's Lawrence. Oh. My God. My God. That was exhausting. They need to reduce the time in the first round. I know it used to be 15, and that was certainly excruciating. But 10 seems too long, too. Or maybe that's just the ADD in me. No drama. Oh, the Jaguars need to sign Tebow now. They need to bring in Tebow as that tight end. I don't care that was he 30 now? I don't care that he's a failed minor league baseball player because he couldn't hit a curveball. Who knew that was important? And I just want to see it happen for the drama. Like, when I got up this morning and was ready for the draft, the sun was shining, birds were chirping and stuff, and I had no idea that we were going to be #blessed around Rodgers legitimate trade rumors, and Tim Tebow might be back in the NFL. I would love it. I would love it, man. Football's awesome. Football's great. Oh yeah, everyone's mock draft is perfect except for Zach Wilson's families. Now, I think Trevor Lawrence suffered from being too good for too long, where I feel like there's a little bit of prospect fatigue because we as humans, we're always looking for the next thing. And in the draft community, you definitely want to be onto it. It's sort of like finding trendy bars or restaurants, or finding very trendy indie bands where it's like, oh, you haven't heard about this person? Well, I guess you uncultured swine. And it's the same thing with prospects, where you do see a lot more hype for one-hit wonders, guys who come out of nowhere. So especially Zach Wilson at the start of the year, like at the beginning of the season, who the F was Zach Wilson, right? So, the banged up little kid from BYU. Okay, that. And then all the hype started building up, where you've had guys like Trevor Lawrence, you had guys like Fields who have been so good for so long, you sort of get sick of them, and then you start picking their games apart. That's why I think it's smart that that players who hit a big 1 year and are draft eligible, they get out there. They get out there because if they come back, sure, you might put up some good tape, but that will give evaluators a lot more time to just really pick through. Oh yeah, Marty Smith at the house. I love Marty Smith. He's got a great accent. Rap sheet. An update. Ooh. An update, Packers. It's not really an update. Green Bay hasn't engaged at all, despite a few teams calling about trading for A-round Rodgers. Packers, no fans plans to trade him. So nothing has changed. Baloney on that. This is entirely, we have no intentions of trading Percy Harvin at this time. That's exactly what is happening. I love it, man. I love it. So who do we think the Jets are going to take? All right, type 1 for Zach Wilson, type 2 for other. Or write in your candidate. Oh, sometimes it's heavy. You're the big man on campus. You were just the number 1 overall pick. Ever since you're in diapers, people have been kissing your ass. It's been heavy. It's been heavy. Please. We got one, no matter what. Going with the Unos. I mean, it's got to be Zach Wilson, right? I do have my concerns about Zach Wilson. I'm concerned about his frame. I am slightly concerned about durability. But that arm talent. And I don't know what it is. Pro Day has gone good in NFL history, except for Teddy Bridgewater's. So, like, what do you want to find out at the Pro Day? You know that Zach Wilson can throw the ball. But all of a sudden, like on mock drafts, you'll see a player shoot up boards just because they have a good Pro Day. It's like, what'd you really expect? Like, well, it's different for guys like Rashad Bateman who need to prove that he had that good straight line speed. But like Penei Sewell's Pro Day, okay, we know that he's good. Or Micah Parsons' Pro Day. Oh, we know he was a physical freak. What really changed, huh? And with Zach Wilson, when he hit that fadeaway 60-yard dart, impressive, sure. How often is that going to come up in the game? But, man, I understand betting on him. I understand. Because if you're going to gamble, go with the big upside play. So I understand why people are more bullish on Zach Wilson and Trey Lance and even Justin Fields over a guy like Mac Jones, where I think Mac Jones, of the big five quarterbacks, is closest to his ceiling. And he greatly benefited from being surrounded by talent at Alabama. He always had protection. His receivers were always shaking and baking and getting open by 10 freaking yards. And it's really easy to do. I think Zach Wilson knows. Zach Wilson looks like Zac Efron's little brother. He really does. Is that Zach Wilson's mom? Hey, what up? Zach Wilson's little brother? Probably. Actually, Jets, come on. Can we get Azeez Ujulari at 2? Let's get nuts. Actually, I wonder how it would have played out if the Jets would have had the number 1 overall pick. They obviously would have gone Lawrence. But what would the Jaguars have done at 2? Still gotten Urban Meyer, or was one of the big appeals of the Jaguars job for Urban Meyer? And would he gamble on a guy like Zach Wilson, or through his Ohio State connections, even though they never had any crossover in Columbus, would he have gone Fields? I don't know. Hey, Reese Davis, spoiler alerts. Come on, biatch. I swear to Christ, why is this runway so long? Also, wait, that's just a random fan sitting in a recliner? What? They get a corporate sponsorship from Ashley Furniture? Woo! I'm worried about Zach Wilson, man. Like, I fully understand that you got Mekhi Becton, who definitely defied expectations last year. Damn good left tackle. But I'm worried, man. All right, so I'm missing a name from my crib sheet, and now it's going to bug me. I'm sure it'll sort itself out. I'll figure out who it is. Actually, is it Parsons? No. All right, well, no, we'll bring this on screen. So who are we missing from this list? We already got Lawrence and Wilson off, because I cut and paste someone out, and I can't remember who it is now. Is it Farley? No. It's a Horn? No. Sertain? No. Is it AVT? No. Wide receiver. Cornerback. Justin Field. Oh, is it Trey Lance? Yeah, it's Trey Lance. Pretty sure, right? It's got to be Trey Lance. Oh, you know what could have been? Trey Lance, Minnesota. Oh, but no. I mean, PJ Fleck, for all the love that he gets. Family, forget about me. I love you. You got these guys like Dylan Radens and Trey Lance and Frank Ragnow who just get out of state. Okay. Actually, Frank Ragnow might have been before his time, so maybe I'm just roasting him unfairly. Anyway, so now is the money pick. What's going to happen with the Niners? I do like the running clock, so I do like that they keep things moving. This kid might be too baby-faced to be in the NFL. Like, has his mom signed his permission slip? God, he's that dude, though. He's so friggin' good. Wait, USC went up to BYU? No, that's not USC. Is that Central Michigan or something? Yeah, that's the downside about BYU, where historic program for sure. Actually, there you go. But caliber of competition always factors in. They had some really amazing offenses, though. Like Air Raid before Air Raid, or Lavelle Edwards and company. Like when they had Jimmy. Oh, there's the throw. Steve Young, Jim McMahon, Richie Bosco. It's some amazing offenses back then, man. Way ahead of the time. But it's fun. Oh, hey, thanks a lot for coming along. Let us know in the chat who you think's going next. Lance, Fields, Mac, everyone. Plus, if you're just joining us, everything donated this week during the draft will go to the Sheridan Story, a nonprofit dedicated to ending childhood hunger in the Twin Cities. So everything in the Venmo, everything in the Super Chat, everything from the Teespring store, everything will go to them. And on Teespring, check it out. Promo code DRAFT, 21% off everything in the store. I think it's going to be Mac Jones. Or, we got time. Come on, Niners. Come on, John Lynch. Can you trade for us one time? Big time trade. Yeah, big time. Also, I apologize if this isn't as polished as some other streams or presentations during the draft, but it is what it is. This is our style. The Jeromes know it. I like that producer Allie's in the chat, just like a sniper. Watching out for those Bears fans. She's got dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? What? Baby movie butt. I think I'll sing it again. What was the meme I saw where it's Zach Wilson looks like Zac Efron in a Disney movie about football? SBT Load, $5 in Super Chat. We pull off a big trade tonight. We will get you to sing. I just sang a little bit. I gave you some Cisco bars. Also, randomly, do you know that Cisco lives in the Twin Cities? Lives in like Maple Grove, Northwest Burbs. What up? There's a lot of people who just randomly live in the Twin Cities. Like Donovan McNabb lives here. Greg Jennings lives here. I think Rich Gannon still lives. I think he lives in Mound, like the Western Burbs. It's weird. Well, you think like Twin Cities cost of living is pretty low. We got some other issues too, but yeah. I'm a stupid John Lynch. Holy crap! For a second, I thought that was OJ. I understand like the NFL likes to forgive and forget, but you know. Also, I think it's hilarious that OJ has a Twitter account, and he's not. I don't think he's verified, is he? No. Great story about Zach Wilson calling Mark Sanchez to ask about being the guy for the New York Jets. Oh my God. No. Yeah, I'm worried about Zach Wilson because there's just teams where it will never work. It will never work out. And the Jets and quarterback is one of them. Like, who was the last good quarterback that they drafted? Chad Pennington, probably. Drafted ahead of Tom Brady, too, so it's still backhanded. That's rough. Master P also lives here. Really? I didn't think Master P would ever leave Louisiana. Now, showing my age, but I remember getting ready for school, watching MTV back when they still played music videos, and Master P's make him say, nah. Video is good. Plus, in that video, it was basketball themed, and they're wearing the Team Jordans, where it was the white ones with they had the black toe inset. Man, they look really good. I gotta get me a pair of those. Oh, so they're recapping the original Dolphins trade because they're like, oh, I thought they trade again, please. Spoilers say that they're taking Trey Lance. Wow. Wowie, wow. Let's go. So we should correct that. NDSU. Man, this is so fun. This is so dumb and so fun and so amazing. Yeah, Justin Fields, eat your heart out. So now this is a ton of pressure on the Pride of Marshall, Minnesota, because they gave up 3 first-round picks to move up from 12 to 3. That's amazing. Didn't even get an offer from the Gophers. Didn't even get a sniff. Wow. And Trey Lance is a little bit hard to gauge, but a lot like Zach Wilson, you're betting on the upside. He's up there with Kellen Mond with probably the strongest arm in the draft. Now, I do parse out overall arm strength and arm talent. I think Wilson has the best arm talent in the draft. But in terms of arm strength, I mean, Trey Lance can just bring that fastball, man. Ooh, plus that tux. That tux is looking, the blue tuxedo, it's looking good. Where you have his athleticism as well. But you only have 1 year tape to go off of. He started as a redshirt freshman in 2019. Absolutely lit things up. Didn't throw an interception, and also ran for 1,000 yards. Perfect season. Wait, did he throw a pick? Well, wait, no, he threw a pick in that one-off Arkansas State game. Was that it? Doesn't matter. Takes care of the football, but you have to parse out what was him being in a college. And I think that he and Shanahan are going to just like sync up. I think it'll be perfect. Where in the Shanahan West Coast offense, your quarterback, if he has mobility, it's a plus. You look back at John Elway with Shanahan and Kubiak, and him using his mobility, what he had left in those dead legs, and half field reads, rollouts, half rollouts, moving that pocket. It just brings a lot of spiciness to it. Where I never thought that Jimmy Garoppolo was a perfect fit with Shanahan. And now, man, Trey Lance, that's a lot of fun. Well, smartest quarterbacks team to talk to, tell off the charts. Yeah. Now, that's a lot of pressure, though. They basically gave up the RG3 haul to go up and get him. Now, I think that he can be that dude. Pride of Marshall, Minnesota, getting it. That was a dart. I love it. So, well, it's amazing. NDSU has produced the number 3 overall pick this year, the number 2 overall pick in 2016, and the Gophers have not had a quarterback drafted since they went to a 7-round format. Let's look that up. Let's see, last time Gophers QB drafted. I think you might have to go back to like the 50s. All right, since Wikipedia never lies. Man. So if you're going all the way back when positions were a single letter, hey, you're a back, you're a tackle, you're the center, you're an end. Great. QB. 1957, is that it? 65, okay. 72, all right. 72. 72 was the last Gophers quarterback drafted. Craig Curry, come on down. Really? Wow. You wonder why the Gophers struggle, man. You let Radins get out of town. You let the Northern Iowa edge rusher get out of town. Wow. Didn't even get an offer. Wow. I'm happy for Trey Lance, but that's a lot of pressure. It's going to be all in. All right, 4, Falcons. What do we think the Falcons are going to do? Type in your prediction in the chat. I think they might trade. I think this is the prime trade-up spot. If a team is really jonesing for Mac Jones, or if they want to get into the Justin Fields business. Oh, that wasn't Schefter. Duh. It's McShay. I don't know what it is. I just don't think McShay had it this year. You know what I mean? Where, what was me for, well, not what was me, but yeah, I certainly shouldn't be critiquing other people's work since I don't put in a lot of work myself. But I don't know, McShay is usually very buttoned up. This year, I just didn't feel like it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's whatever. The Fields, wide receiver, Pitts. It would make sense if it would be Pitts. Like if they're going to build around Matt Ryan, Pitts is going to be that guy. Oh my God. So the Niners have already dubbed it the Trey area. R.I.P. Jimmy G. I mean, he's got to go to the Patriots now, right? Because if you're the Niners, like you can't give up all of that draft capital and then not play Trey Lance, right? Like maybe a decade ago that would make sense, but you can't give up all that capital and then just sit on your guy for a year. It doesn't make sense. Nah. Come on, start leaking out the picks, man. I actually had half a thought that the Niners are so vindictive. But remember when John Lynch took the Niners GM job, and one of his criteria was like, well, it came out of nowhere because he was doing Fox broadcast games. And he's like, well, I wanted to make sure that they could keep a secret, which is ludicrous and stupid. But maybe they would have just taken a player that they didn't really want just to prove the people who were talking about rumors of it was narrowed down between Trey Lance and Mac Jones. Oh, hey, hopefully Trey Lance's little brother is not as annoying as Patrick Mahomes' little brother. Hopefully that's the thing. Oh, the pick is in. They didn't trade. Wow, wow, wow. San Francisco 49ers. Pride of Marshall, Minnesota. Go Mustangs. Even though you were in our conference and I dislike you. Oh, also explaining, a lot of people, every time we talk about Mankato State Community College, everyone a lot of people in the comments chime in, actually it's Minnesota State and it's a 4-year school. Well, no poop. So I went to Winona State, and Mankato State obviously was our rival. So they're always going to be Mankato State. Because I think I was in school when they changed their name to Minnesota State. Where it's like, oh, they're trying to be all fancy now. No. Your mama call you Clay, I'm going to call you Clay. Yeah, this whole fan thing is so awkward. You got one dude sitting on the stage, and they don't do anything. This is dumb. It's got to be Pitts, right? Kyle Pitts. Let's go. I'm in, man. I'm absolutely... Man, look at that tux. That is tight. Kyle Pitts is unfair. He really is a unicorn. It's 6'6", 245, 250. Huge catch radius. You literally cannot guard him in the red zone. Man. Yeah, Palmer's taking the words right out of my mouth. If you could bet on one of these dudes in this class making the Hall of Fame, I'll put my money on Pitts. You got really good odds? I would go Pitts. And I understand social distancing, but why are they walking a half mile from the green room to the stage? And also, why is the stage so long? Is this another COVID thing? Man. Grew 8 inches between sophomore and junior year of high school. Oh my God, his tight end coach was Tim Brewster. Wow. So last year, actually, I think it was the last couple years, ESPN has gotten some heat because they were really into like sad story porn, where every single draft pick, they would just bring up the most heartbreaking thing that happened in this kid's life, like losing a family member or this or that or the other thing. And I understand that they're trying to like humanize and go for the human interest story, but it was way too much. It was way too much, man. Like you would think that this is the biggest day of your professional life, and then the worldwide leader in sports just brings up, I don't know, that your dad left when you were 6, or that your little brother got hit by a car. I mean, that's bull crap. Absolute bullcrap. Yeah, but Kyle Pitts goes. Next up, who's up? Oh, Bengals. So the quarterbacks are still there. I think the Bengals clearly would have gone Pitts. Maybe they go Chase. Maybe they go Sewell. For the Vikings, we're hoping that they go Chase. Pass on some O-line. Go ahead. Go ahead. God, Pitts would have been fun. Why? Why? Or do we think the Bengals do something nuts here? Do the Bengals go Micah Parsons? Or, they didn't retain William Jackson. Maybe they go Surtain? They lost Mack. They got Trey Waynes coming back from the pec. Yeah, for as much love as Kyle Trask gets, I mean, he had Pitts, he had Tony, he had Grimes, he had a decent offensive line. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I still have big reservations about Kyle Trask. I understand he put up all those numbers. Mac Jones just chilling. Justin Fields might be chilling for a while. It's rough. The per for show, $5 in super chat. Who's the best Vikings tight end of all time? It's kind of a toss up between Steve Jordan and Kyle Rudolph. Between them, they hold pretty much all the tight end records, I believe. Yeah, so flip a coin, toss up. Bengals. So now we're hoping as many offensive linemen as possible fall. But the Vikings, they got to get ready to make a move, because if it gets to the point where there's one offensive lineman, specifically one tackle, where you can certainly stick and pick with AVT, but I think that there's a big gap between Sewell, Darisaw, Slater, and then AVT, and then pretty much everyone else. But yeah, if one of the big three offensive linemen is left, and only one, and it gets to 11, 12, Chargers at 13, certainly will stick and pick offensive line, most likely. I don't want to gamble. I feel fine giving up one of the four friggin' fourths and change to move up to 12 or move up to 11, even if you have to do that. Even though Gettleman is never traded in the first round, which is kind of insane. Also, the Giants, since 2000, haven't traded. That's pretty crazy, too. Wait, was that a Deion Sanders deep fake? Or was it just an actor who looked a lot like Deion Sanders? Because I'm starting to get creeped out by this deep fake technology. So deep fake is where you can superimpose video, where you can make video look like something that people didn't say or do. Because I watched a show, For All Mankind. It's a really good show, by the way. And in the second season, they had a lot of deep fake Ronald Reagan stuff, because season 2 was set during the 80s. And it looks so realistic. And part of it is the quality of technology, and also they made it like grainy, so it looked like it was the 80s. But it's starting to get really creepy, man. Starting to get like, how long before there is a deep fake of, say, like evidence in a criminal trial where that person shot or that person shot her. Man, it's like deep, really deep stuff. Oh, the Bengals are picking. Who the Bengals taking? Bengals taking Jamar Chase. Oh, get it done. Clap it up. So now, well, the Bengals are like F. Because they clearly would have been on Pitts, clearly would have been on Chase. Maybe they go Devontae. Maybe they go Waddle here. Maybe the plan doesn't change. But Mac Jones is here. Fields is still here. Penei Sewell is on board. This could go a lot of different ways. This could go a lot of different ways. How do you know we're not deep fake? Actually, I should do a deep fake of the live stream, so then I can just be like, check out. Speaking of Home Depot, so I've always been a Menards guy, but we've been doing a lot of stuff from Home Depot since we're quasi remodeling the house. Home Depot is great. Very professional. Stuff is in stock. The website's great. Logistically, having like deliveries and stuff, it's good. Bengals reunited Jamar Chase. Actually, gotta make sure that's not a lie. Reunited and it feels so good. Yeah, I do like when people spoil things on Twitter. Just do it. Just do it. I want to know now, man. Wow, Jamar Chase, 4 years, $30.8 million, fully guaranteed, $19.7 million sign bonus. Yeah, people forget, even though the rookie wage scale is in, there's still some big money at the top of the draft, man. Oh, yeah, I forgot the Bengals claimed Thad Moss. LSU is back together, baby. Makes sense. They're all Tigers. Let's see. Trey Lance's contract. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence's contract, 4 years, $36.7 million, fully guaranteed, $24.1 million signing bonus with a fifth year option. Let's do it. Do it, do it, do it. Jamar Chase. It may have been the opt out, but you forget Jamar Chase is a bad dude. Not as bad as that suit, but he is a damn good wide receiver. And I know that he got dinged for measuring at 6. He might just be 6 foot even, slightly over. But him outside the numbers, he will fight you. He will fight you for everything. Oh, by the way, go back and watch the tape. Cameron Dancer at Mississippi State against LSU 2019 down on the farm. Man, Cameron Dancer gave Jamar Chase the business. Tough kid. Really good player. Too bad he wasn't the best wide receiver on his team. Yeah, we'll see how Chase can do now that he doesn't have Jefferson in the middle of the field, just taking up all of the attention. Plus, how'd you like to be that 2019 LSU team? I understand that you have Joe Burrow and Joe Brady and Edwards-Helaire, but those receivers, you have Justin friggin' Jefferson, you have Jamar Chase, you have Terrace Marshall Jr., who's probably going to be a first-round pick, if not that, a high second-round pick. There's a fourth receiver whose name escapes me at the moment. Just insane, man. Trade up. Trade up. Trade up. All right. Informal straw poll in the chat. Should the Vikings trade up to 6 and go get Penei Sewell and give up a future first-round pick? Type 1 for yes, 2 for no. Let's go. The board's breaking great for the Vikings right now. Now, if some of these quarterbacks come off the board, like if the Lions went quarterback, if the Panthers went quarterback, that would be great because that just means 2 more dudes are going to fall. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, looks like 50-50 with crystal ball. Oh, we're getting spam called, man. Running on empty. Running on empty. Oh, the Dolphins pick is in. I guess we're not trading up. All right. All right. So who do the Dolphins go with? So allegedly it's going to be Jalen Waddle. I'm okay with that. This board is breaking great. But it's going to get pretty hairy ahead of the Vikings now. Lions could certainly go with Penny Sewell. Panthers could certainly go offensive line. Basically, every team ahead of the Vikings could, you have a case for them to go offensive line. No one move. No one breathe. Woosah. Woosah. But I love what the Dolphins are doing, man. Where they're going to give Tua as much chance as possible, where it would be ludicrous to give up on a guy that you drafted in the top 5 after 1 year, where he didn't even start the full season. So build around him as much as possible. You have a ton of draft picks. Just you have 2 first rounders. I believe you have 2 second rounders. And yeah, just get it. Just get him more weapons. Take Najee Harris at 18 if he's on the board. Go ahead. Let's go Bama, Bama, Bama. But Jalen Waddle, his speed with Devontae Parker outside the numbers. Did you know he played college ball with Teddy? I think Gesicki is a really solid tight end. Former Penn State guy is coming into his own. Running back wise, they got Myles Gaskin. You certainly could look to upgrade there as well. Actually, who they have? They signed someone too. Was it Matt Breida? Our lads, Dolphins. Zoom in and enhance. Oh, yeah, they signed Wolf Fuller. Yeah. They're going speed, man. Could have swore they signed an offensive lineman. That's really not important. But, yeah, left to right, Austin Jackson, first-round pick from USC last year, the young guy. They brought in Skura. Solomon Kinley was a fourth-round pick last year out of Georgia. I liked. Robert Hunt was a stud, man. Robert Hunt was a stud. Yeah, they certainly could go offensive line at 18. Like how they have Durham Smythe listed as Gesicki. That's cute. Defensively, I mean, the cupboard ain't bare. I mean, you're kind of good to go. You got Wilkinson or Wilquan Davis. Ogba could actually be something. Maybe. Probably not. Yeah, Byron Jones. Xavier. Justin Coleman they signed. Oh, yeah. Noah Mbingane. Nah. He was pretty much the only cornerback I was out on. And it is biased because it's basically what Tyler Johnson did to him in that bowl game. It was rough. And I think it panned out because I'm pretty sure he was the lowest graded cornerback in the entire NFL last year. Oh, plus I got Malcolm Perry from Navy. I love Malcolm Perry. I love gadgety type players. I just wish that they could be. Oh, they signed Brissett? Forgot about that. Speed. All right, so what do you think the Lions are going to do? Let us know in the chat. I think it's very unlikely that they would trade with the Vikings. I don't think that they would trade in division. I love Waddle's suit, though. Actually, all these suits have been good except for Jamar Chase. Except I always get creeped out about white suits or cream-colored suits because if you're wearing one of those to a formal event, there's probably going to be shrimp. I love me some shrimp cocktail. And you can't have shrimp without the cocktail sauce, so that's just begging for bleh. Or red wine. Yeah, you're tempting fate. You need to wear a dark suit. Dark blue. Go ahead. Also, we need to stop comparing all fast wide receivers to Tyreek Hill. Like, there really is only one Tyreek Hill. And I said this a while back. Like, even after Devontae won the Heisman, I thought that Waddle could be drafted ahead of him just because you're drafting on traits as opposed to college production. Where if Waddle would have stayed healthy, didn't have that ankle injury against Tennessee, I think that, well, I don't think Devontae wins the Heisman because I think that he puts a big dent in his production. But maybe Waddle would have gone ahead of Chase. It's possible. God, that speed. Pretty sure that was a linebacker on him. A&M. What the hell are you doing? God, he's fast. Oh, yeah. This is the Mac Jones special. So bubble screen and either Waddle or Devontae Smith just light it up. I think Mac Jones' average depth of target was the lowest of the top 10 draftable quarterbacks. I may be wrong there, but I don't think I am. All right, a couple thoughts here. God, they should do us a solid. Go Micah Parsons. Or, hey, go cornerback. Yeah, go cornerback. I mean, you got Jeff Okudah last year. At 3. Why don't you double down on cornerback Brad Holmes? Minimum Toast, $5 in Super Chat production value. Thanks for everything, Andy. Hey, thank you. And reminder, if you're joining the chat, all donations in the Super Chat on Venmo are going to Every Meal, Twin Cities nonprofit dedicated to ending childhood hunger. It's a great cause, and every single dollar that gets donated is going to go towards them. Also, all the profit from our Teespring store items, use promo code DRAFT, 21% off. Sorry if that read wasn't as smooth as possible, but I'm trying to pay attention to like 17 things here. Berea. Dolphins take Waddle. Waddle and Sylvie, ESPN 1000, Chicago. This may sound stupid, but I miss AM radio because I have so many memories of when I was a kid, just riding in the back of my grandparents' car. No kid seat, by the way. Lions are going to take Penny Sewell. The dream is dead. Yeah. Sorry if I'm spoiling some of these picks, but Lions, stick and pick. It's the dagger. Now, Sewell and Slater are in play. Panthers could easily go offensive line, although I think they might be tempted because Mac Jones and Fields are both there. Broncos could certainly go offensive line as well. Cowboys, yes. That offensive line has a lot of gaping holes in it. Giants, yes. Eagles, yes. Chargers, certainly. Oh, boy. Flight Skull while surrounded by Washington fans at FedEx Field draft party. It's fine. Did the Vikings have a draft party this year? I should pay attention to these things. Penny Sewell. Penny. I love it when you call me Big Penny. Put your hands in the air if you's a true player. Oh, so was it? When I was a kid, the AM radio, because whenever we would roll through the Twin Cities, we would listen to 830 WCC. And I don't know, it just brings back good memories, like that faint buzz. Bzzz. It's really stupid nostalgia, but whatever. The Wolfpack, $5 in Super Chat. Come on, y'all, let's feed them kids. Love the show, Andy. Screw the Packers, damn straight. Maximus Meridius, $10 in Super Chat. What would be your opinion if the Vikings went with Justin Fields available? If he's there at 14, sure, let's gamble on it. I don't know if he gets to 14, though. How come this is not working? Now I have to hate Penny Sewell, and that sucks. But the Lions, no, this is purely BPA. And Sewell is probably going to have to play right tackle for them because they're committed to Taylor Decker. Not Decker. Yeah, Taylor Decker. So I always get Decker and Luan mixed up because they're both named Taylor. Ooh, Bryce Blankenfield, $50 in the Super Chat. Skull Vikes, thanks for putting this to a great cause. Hey, thank you for the big-time donation. That's cow. If you're just joining us, so we're going to stream through the Vikings pick, and then, of course, we're going to have to get to work. We'll leave the chat up. Maybe we'll dive back in. I don't know. Certainly could do that. Just dip out. Or you guys can see me just being silent. typing away. I'm annoyed. Stupid Lions. One NFL head coach called Lions first-round pick Penei Sewell the one surefire Hall of Famer in this draft class. Well, I mean, he could be. I'm not ready to say that anyone's a surefire Hall of Famer. Maybe Kyle Pitts. This is so fun, man. Every day should be the draft. I bet you Penei Sewell has a Pizza Hut sponsorship because those boxes were arranged very strategically on that table. Plus, I bet they were empty. Oh, yeah, since Sewell opted out, we get to see Justin Herbert highlights, who allegedly was the 2020 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Not my Offensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I love offensive linemen who always go looking for work. And plus, whenever they do, they're usually able to get massive, just stanky hits. Where you have defenders who aren't engaged, aren't really expecting it. You got the angle on them. You got the drop. Just get it. Because we got to hold on for one more day. How come this ain't working? Why is this getting locked up? I need Nick Burns, your company's computer guy. Barry Sanders on the stream now. All right, so who do we think the Panthers are going with at 8? I actually think they go quarterback. Where they traded for Darnold, except it wasn't a lot. I don't think they're fully committed to him. So I think that they will take a shot on Mac Jones. Maybe it'll be Fields. That would make sense too. Uh-oh. Are we getting DDS attacked? What the hell was that? We getting malwared? Penne, PNG. Sewell. Heath Hayes, $5 in Super Chat. Appreciate it for them kids. Thank you. Panthers are a weird team, man. Did you know they spent all their draft picks last year on defense? And people wonder why Teddy struggled last year. Oh, because all the draft picks went to the defense. They're taking their sweet time. Now, if there's a trade-up, does the on-the-clock time restart? You think that it would, right? Even though that'd be annoying. Because it would kind of be... Well, the team trading up obviously would have a player in mind. Doesn't look like the Panthers traded up. Bucky Brooks, love the trend of pairing young quarterbacks with their former wide receivers. Instant chemistry and connection. Chemistry! Traveler, $5 in Super Chat. Andy, any of your mock drafts have Sewell going to the Lions? I'm sure we've done one before. Yeah, I understand why the Lions couldn't pass up on him. It really is just absolute BPA. And the Lions are a couple years from contending. I'm Brad Holmes and company. They got multiple first-round picks coming from the Rams. Oh, Mike Clay, bit of a surprise coming at 8. Stay tuned. Oh, the teaser. I love the teaser. So a lot of people saying this is going to be a surprise. Who's it going to be? Parsons wouldn't be a surprise. Caleb Farley, even with the medicals, that would be a surprise, I guess. Bobby, $5 in Super Chat. Hey, I've been watching your videos for a while, and this is the first stream I've been able to catch. I'm enjoying. Hey, thank you. Even though this is the least professional, least polished stream out there, we're just here sipping on whatever is in this tumbler, watching the draft, cracking crude jokes, going on random tangents, but that's what we do. Thanks for coming along. I love when They get the call. They're surrounded by family. That's why I liked the draft last year, where there was no green room. Every single pick was at home and was just surrounded by friends and family. Just the reaction, not so much the reaction from the player, but the friends and family, like the uncles and the aunts, especially the moms, just like, oh, everything they work for. Oh, J.C. Horn, get it, get some, let's go. Of course, the Panthers go defense again because that's all they pick. Summer Zimmer is mad. Hello, darkness, my friend. To come to you again. Do, 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 do. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. They're like, yeah. Zimmer's like, Zimmer's pissed off. Vikings fans are popping. We're excited. More offensive linemen are falling. More cornerbacks off the board. Let's go. All right. Mason Roy, $3 in Super Chat. Best fit at 14 for the Vikings. O-line, D-line. I'm a firm believer in BPA, and BPA certainly could be offensive line. Don't want to jinx it. It's like we're watching a no-hitter, and we're in the 7th inning, so, yeah. Bob Bobby, $5 in Super Chat. That's what make you unique. Make this stuff fun and interesting to watch, Skull. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. I always like just being yourself because then you don't have to remember what you did before and put on a show. You just show up. J.C. Horn, man. I really like J.C. Horn. I thought that he was super underrated. And even before Farley's medical stuff came to light, I thought that J.C. Horn was like 95 cents on the dollar of Caleb Farley. His dad was receiver Joe Horn, so he absolutely knows the insides and out of the guys that he's covering, which is really important, where you do see that cornerbacks that either were converted from wide receiver or at least have wide receiver experience, they tend to be better at anticipation because they understand the concepts being thrown at them a little bit better since they were on the other side of the ball. Yeah, former teammate DJ Wanham, what up? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah. Now, Broncos, if you want to take Surtain off the board, that would be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice. Or is this the Vikings trade-up spot? Ooh. All right, what do you think happens at 9 with the Broncos? Is this the Vikings trade-up spot? Does George Paton do us a solid? We go up and get the offensive lineman. Go up and get your guy. Paul Lip at $15 in the Super Chat. Thanks for what you do. Hey, thank you for the donation. Is this going to be it? Is this it? Bum, 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 bum. Mason Roy, $3 in Super Chat. Best offensive lineman left for the Vikings. Well, don't want to jinx it. We got a ways to go. Could be Slater. Could be Darisaw. Could be AVT. Because in 8. Ric Flair. Woo! Is on the NFL coverage. I like that they're still doing Zoom. They're keeping Zoom in business. That's fine. We should do a Vic Flair video. Actually, we're going to take the BYU hat off. And we got the duck now. See, any players from Oregon State this year? Wait, no. This is an Oregon State. This is an Anaheim Ducks hat. Never mind. Got too many hats. Screw it. Go with the Twins, even though just kick me in the nutsack all the time. Kevin Balky, $5 in the Super Chat. Thanks for entertaining videos. Thank you for coming along. Mark Horner, $5 Super Chat. This is it. If Fields passes the Broncos, we should take him at 14. Well, I mean, if the Broncos pass on him, the Giants certainly could take him. The Eagles certainly could take him. Cowboys, Chargers are out. But, yeah, team could trade up. Oh, God. The pomposity of Kyle Shanahan is he's just a freaking douche. Matt Burrows, local beat writer. Kyle Shanahan, to put it lightly, was amused by the reporting that immediately connected the Niners with Mac Jones when they made their trade last month. We weren't going to look to correct that, Shanahan said, all the Jones San Francisco reports at all. It wasn't all Mac Jones. There's a lot of Trey Lance in there too, man. Don't throw out revisionist history that, oh, no one knew that we were going to take Trey Lance. It was 50-50. The only player that really eliminated was Fields. Crazy. Alex asked, $10 a super chat. Watch your videos daily. Thanks for content. Thank you. DC Superman 638. Nothing to add. Keep up the great work. Love your channel. Score from Egan. What up, Egan? What's her name? Eggnog? Egan. That's a good movie, by the way. Hitch. Oh, yeah. J.C. Horn staying in Carolina. Clock's ticking. I mean, the Broncos should take Fields, right? Where you have Teddy, which is fine. You have Locke, who George Payton did not draft. And you have a chance to get Justin Fields at 9. Sheldon Ying, $2 in the super chat. What are you drinking? We'll never know. We'll never know. It's a sipper. It's a sipper. We'll leave it at that. Spoil the pick. Spoil the pick. Come on. Pat Nelson, $5 in the super chat. How much you benching these days? I don't really bench anymore. I don't really put up serious weight. Mainly just do some dumbbell bench, but sort of out of the benching game. It's all about maintenance and not injuring yourself anymore. Is the pick in for the Broncos? Schedule release May 12th. Wow. The NFL just knows how to create content. The schedule release. A big-time primetime event. Devontae Slater. Oh. McShay has Joke ahead of Parsons? Wow. Joke is a really good player, though. Cormaw. Tick, tick, tick. Show the clock. I don't care about this elaborate Courtyard by Marriott marketing integration. Anyways, what do you think the Broncos are going to do? I think it's got to be Fields, right? Oh, Brett Rippon undefeated, the pride of Boise State. Oh, yeah, what was it? Yeah, Philip Lindsay. No, that's not Philip Lindsay. No, what was the name of the Wake Forest the Broncos picked? It's got to be Fields, right? It'd be stupid if it wasn't Fields. Or are we completely off base here? Which is also a possibility. Oh, it's a big Cowboys hat. It's an oversized sombrero. It's funny. It's got to be Fields, right? Mac Jones, Andy Dalton with blonde hair. It's kind of funny. I'm sure that Rick called. I'm sure that Rick calls every GM who's on the clock. Just to be funny. Come on, someone spoil it. Is it Fields? So I hate that accounts that spoil picks, then they don't. Oh, then they don't spoil the pick. Then they're just all cryptic about it. Come on. Do we really have to wait until Goodell announces the pick like plebeians? Como se llama? Do we miss one? This is amazing. The board is falling quite nicely for the Vikings, but now we just have to dodge 2 more bullets. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. This is quite emotional. And also, I'm fully prepared for if the Vikings are able to have their choice of offensive linemen, they go a different direction. But man, that is amazing. That is amazing that Horn and Surtain are off the board. Now, I thought it was kind of likely, but both of them, yes. Yeesh. By the way, Patrick Surtain Sr. was a bad dude in Madden back in the day. He was like a 93 rating, just a stud. Yeah, I am worried that one of the picks could be Parsons, but I think with the retirement of Sean Lee and Van Der Esch's future up in the air, they certainly could go Micah Parsons, especially since the top two cornerbacks are off the board. Wow. George Payton does it, man. Breathe. Woosah. I mean, I'm perfectly open if the pick is going to be Justin Fields. You got your quarterback of the future. Plus, I have a really good track record of talking junk about a draft prospect and them turning out pretty good. See Justin Jefferson. So all my concerns about Justin Fields and his pocket awareness and him breaking down when you get some pressure on him, I mean, hell. But given the Vikings offensive line, I don't know, man. I just don't know. All right, gotta check in with producer Allie. What up? What up? Producer Allie's on Overwatch in the chat, trying to keep out the spammers. How you doing? Yeah, this is the one downside where Fangio is getting his way. So where are the Cowboys going now? I want a nuts pick. I want a who should we get? I want a Trevin Moehrig pick. Like so far, it's been pretty straightforward, pretty according to Hoyle. I mean, I'm sure that there are several mock drafts where it panned out this way. Oh, minimum toast. Sorry, I missed this one. $10 in super chat. Ain't for real. You help me get out of bed in the morning sometimes. I never understood why videos premiere so early in the morning, but I don't give a fudge. Hey, thank you. So we debut them early in the morning just so people can wake up and have some content. That's about it. Plus, we have a lot of European viewers, and that's at a relatively normal time for them across the pond. Plus, the analytics have shown that it's pretty good when they're in the morning. I don't know. Dallas, Schefter, Dallas like a trade out of 10. Oh, the Eagles traded up. The Eagles traded up? What? Wow. How do you trade in division? How do you just do that? How do you just do that? How do you just trade up in division like that? For shame. So, are the Eagles going for Justin Fields? Oh, my goodness. So, all this Jalen Hurts talk. And I said, like, when the Eagles were at 6, they should consider quarterback because Jalen Hurts, second-round pick, did okay in limited action last year, but he's not guaranteed anything. And have it be an open competition. Winner gets the job, and the loser is traded. And he will have trade value. I mean, see Sam Darnold with the Panthers. Wow. Like how? So they traded for 12 and a third-round pick. How do you just trade in division? I don't get that. So the Cowboys picked up 10. The Eagles picked up 12 and 84. No, other way around. Other way around. Yeah. But like seriously, how do you just trade division? Cowboys are going to Cowboy. That's idiocy. Because they got to know, if this pick pans out for the Eagles, especially if it's quarterback, every single time they play twice a year, the Joe Buck would be like, well, you know, this draft pick came from the Cowboys, and now Justin Fields is tearing up that ass. Gonna put on some Marvin Gaye. Insane. Insane, man. That's why. So the talk about the Vikings trading down from 14 and the Bears possibly coming up, maybe Mac Jones or whoever is still on board, you're never going to do that. You are never going to do that in division just because of what could happen. Because so say it, Mac Jones is on the board at 14 and the Vikings trade with the Bears and the Bears come up from 20 and Mac Jones turns into the next Tom Brady. Every single time they play, that will be brought up. Do you remember when the Vikings gave the Bears a pick for Mac Jones? It will be the Timberwolves passing on Steph Curry twice for Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio times 20. Times 20. So no, they ain't doing that. It's been 15 years since a team drafted wide receiver in back-to-back first rounds. I wonder if the Eagles might do it here. Oh, do they go Devontae? They try and get the wide receiver makeup call? I gotta pee. But I want to see what the Eagles did. We got a minute. All right, BRB. Oh, put it in your prediction in the chat. What do you think the Eagles are going to do? I was going to put the mood lighting on, but thought against it. Oh, the pick is in. Yeah, it's got to be Devontae, right? Starting to get nervous, man. Like, the cornerbacks are off the board. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I mean, it's got to be Devontae, right? Although everyone's mock draft is effed up now because no one thought that teams would trade in division, but I guess Cowboys going to Cowboy. Plus, how do you like to be the Eagles front office? All that drama went down with Doug Peterson. I'm actually siding with Doug in this because I like Doug. I think Howard Roseman's a bit of a douche. I don't think Lurie handled the situation extremely well. I think just a lot of egos got in the way after they ripped off that Jerome Barty, allegedly. Yeah, Eagles just picked Devontae. All right, so breathe, woosah. So the Vikings have to dodge still 2 more bullets, essentially. All right, but so who's still on board? Mac Jones, Rashawn Slater, Darisaw. This is just really, really high-end technology here. All right, so Slater, Darisaw, Fields is still there. Newsom, don't tell Zimmer. Micah is still there. God, why is this so stupid? Or user error, my bad. Joke is still on board. Tevin Jenkins, FU, pay me. The stream is actually pretty fun. Since the Vikings don't have a second round pick, should we stream tomorrow night during the second round? Press 1 for yes. Press 2 for no. Because the only downside is when the Vikings have a selection, we got to be on that wall, man. We got to crank out that draft pick profile for the clicks and the clout and the silver spoon. Giants now could go in a lot of different directions. They could certainly add offensive line. I don't think that they would be above taking Fields. Cornerback would make sense as well. They could go edge, even though they did retain Leonard Williams and they brought in Afadi. So let's see here. Our lads, Giants. All right, so we're seeing a lot of twos. You guys are dicks. Oh, also, all these rookies coming in, skill position guys, as well as linebackers, DBs, they can go with the single digits. Like, they don't have to buy out an inventory of jerseys. That's awesome. All right, so the Giants have picked up Babytron. They signed John Ross, too. The receivers are gone anyway, so that's a moot. Offensive line. Yeah, so I forgot they signed Fulton. Kyle Murphy is a guy from Rhode Island that I really like. Shane Lemieux, I was whatever on from Oregon. I really liked Matt Pert. So he's penciled in as a starter. That's interesting. Nate Solder redid his deal, but he's... Rudy! Forgot about Rudy. How could you forget about Rudy? Yeah, defensively, they got Afadi. Where's he listed? Oh, outside linebacker. I don't think he'd be stand-up. But would they take Farley? So they signed a Dory Jackson. They still have Bradbury. They got Low. Oh, Bryce Blankenfield, $50 in the super chat. Skull Vikes, thanks for putting this to a good cause. Thanks for coming along. Zach Mayer, thanks for all the awesome content, Andy. You make my 2-hour commute so much easier. The early morning posts are clutch. Great to see the funds going to such a great cause. Skull from New York. Hey, thank you. Thanks, everyone, for coming along. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. Bears trade up. Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it well. Please take Mac Jones. Please take Mac Jones. Please take Mac Jones. Please take Mac Jones. Oh, I want to see it. So the Bears traded up for number next year's 1, 5 this year, 4 next year. The Bears weren't at 22. The Bears were at 20. All right, so the Bears traded 20, a 5th-round pick, a future 1, and a 4. All right, that makes sense. All right, so there we go. Updated and enhanced. Yeah, so Schefter, Giants return. Yeah. All right, so that makes sense. All right. Come on. It's got to be Mac Jones. We deserve Mac Jones and Andy Dalton. We need to make this happen, Captain. This has to be. If it's going to be, it's got to be. Because it'll be the Spider-Man pointing meme. Mac Jones and Andy Dalton just looking at each other. All right, so they're... I mean, I swear to everything holy, if they gave up a future first-round pick for an offensive lineman, I'm going to piss blood. I am. And then you really only need to get by the Cowboys. Where if the Bears go quarterback, which they likely are, it's... I mean, the Cowboys could go Slater, the Chargers could go Darisaw, the Vikings could go AVT, so it would still work out. But, you know. Bears taking Justin Fields. Ooh! It happened. Peter Delta Club guy, $5 in super chat. Skull from Dallas, $5 for the Vikings trade. $5 the Vikings trade with Cowboys. Maybe. To the cause, why not? Man, Devontae Smith is built just like his dad. Devontae Smith's dad probably weighs 140 pounds, soaking wet. I say, you know what? F it. Just trade with the Cowboys. Jump the Chargers and have your choice between Slater and Darisaw and ABT. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. The hell's this guy? God, Goodell is so boring. Because if you're the Cowboys, and maybe it would make more sense if you got a guy like AVT, since your biggest position of need is left guard, because Connor Williams ain't working out. So if the Vikings trade up with the Cowboys, give up, I don't know, a third. Maybe they get a six back or something. Or hell, maybe you could do it for one of the 4-4s. And then the Vikings would have their choice of offensive linemen. Probably going to be Slater or Darisaw. Stan the Morris, $5 super chat. Andy, I was seeing picks so early. So it's coming early, but yours are coming really early. I followed the right people on the old social medias. Man, so now Justin Fields is the enemy. Because I felt bad for a hot second that he was getting crapped on in the draft process, but now bring it on, man. Actually, I kind of feel bad for him because the Bears is where quarterbacks go to die. I was told that Andy Dalton was going to be QB1. So much for that. Ah! Field Yates is arguably the best quarterback moment in Bears franchise history. Them drafting Fields and the hot second that they thought maybe they would trade for Russell Wilson. Yeah. Those are the greatest moments. Man, the Bears. The Bears. All right, what's going to happen with the Cowboys? 5 minutes left on the clock. I like Trey Sermon, man. Tough kid. Tough runner. Tough dude. Oh, I forgot Justin Fields, that rib. It's getting pierced. Well, Zimmer knows what to do. Got to get some heat on this kid, and then I think we're good to go. Are you still watching this channel? Yes, I'm still watching this channel. Keep streaming. Damn the torpedoes. Trade up. I'm dying. I'm staring at Intel around the day. Please. Please. We're getting close, man. Hey, in the chat, let us know who you want for the Vikings in the first round. I don't know if the Vikings stick and pick at 14. Oh, so we promise we won't spoil who it is at 14. We'll let the TV do it. Actually, maybe we should spoil it. Actually, screw it. We're going to spoil it. As soon as we see it, we're going to spoil it. Man, Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace, man. So he's gambling with that future first round pick that he's not going to be around to make anyway. So it makes sense. Also, do all these prospects get all 32 hats? I assume they do. Salvador Estrada, $1 in the super chat. Thanks. Miles, $2 in the super chat. The board is nice. The board is looking pretty damn nice. In fact, this, barring a Mac Jones. Oh, Cowboys taking Micah. Yes. This is the best possible way the board could have broke for the Vikings. Yeah, so this is one of the best possible ways for the board to break for the Vikings, where so the receivers are gone, fine. 4 of the quarterbacks are gone, fine. Sewell's off the board, understandable. But J.C. Horn is gone. Surtain gone. Parsons gone. So all of the tempting players for Zimmer are effectively off the board. And the Vikings still have 2 tier 1 offensive linemen there. Slater on board. Darisaw on board. Sheldon Ying, $5 super chat. It's happening. AVT is still there chilling. So the Vikings have their choice of top tier offensive linemen, where not only is a position of need, but it is a confluence of best player available as well. So don't F this up. They'll probably just take Mac Jones, which would just be, well, we know that the Chargers aren't going Mac Jones. I wonder what the Chargers are going to do. Slater makes sense. Darisaw makes sense. They also could go edge rusher. Oh, great. Another speech. Salvador shot $2 super chat. Screw the Bears and Lions for taking my guys. It'd be what it be. We thought that Fields and Sewell will be gone anyway, so it is what it is. Man, this is getting thick. Who do we think the Chargers are going to take? Let us know in the El Chato. Butts. Man, Micah Parsons with the Cowboys. That makes sense, though. Kanika Burdine. She's passionate. She's in. Parsons a dude. I like Micah Parsons. Wow. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, wrestling prospect. And I don't know if the Cowboys are going to pick up Van Der Esch's fifth-year option, unless they did. Let's look that up. Fifth-year Van Der Esch fifth-year option. So the Cowboys need help on the edge. So Van Der Esch put off his fifth-year option decision. I think they are not going to pick it up now. I think there's too many health concerns. But Jalen and Parsons, wow, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick, man. That's a great combination. I love that one, man. So, coin toss. I am pretty good with whatever the hell is going to happen. Slater could be there. Darisaw could be there. AVT will be there. Only one team to go. Peter, Delta Club Guy, $10, the super chat. I was wrong. You are fun to watch. The board is breaking so well for the Vikings. The only trade back will be for the Patriots, Slater or Darisaw or Quiddy Pay. I guess you could look into a trade back, but I think there's just going to be too much talent at a big-time position need for the Vikings to go any other direction. Yeah, this really is one of the best possible ways for the board to break for the Vikings. Wow. Wow. The Wild Wild West. I did not expect the Bears. Well, I kind of thought the Bears would trade up for a quarterback, but I thought they would be trading up a lot further. Plus, they had their choice of Fields and Mack, which is crazy. Crazy town, man. That's a lot of fun. Football's fun. Even though this isn't even football, this is literally a slow reveal of names. God, Micah Parsons is a freak, though. Absolute freak. Mike McCarthy has no idea what he's doing there. His tablet isn't even on, or it's tuned to the number jacks, or whatever the kid show is my kid watches. Oh, Nate Stanley making an appearance on the draft coverage. Oh, Tanner Morgan making an appearance on the draft coverage. Yeah, Micah Parsons destroyed the Gophers last year. He's just gross. He's that guy. Time is ticking down. All right, so we're watching both the ABC/ESPN, and then we got the NFL Network feed on a delay. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Here it is. Oh, quick reminder, if you're just joining us, everything that comes in for channel memberships, super chat donations, Venmo donations is going to Every Meal, Twin Cities nonprofit, to try and eliminate childhood hunger here in the great state of Minnesota. It's a great cause, and thank you very much for coming along. And if you've been keeping your powder dry on tossing a couple bucks towards the channel, go ahead. Plus, every item in our Teespring store is on sale right now. Promo code DRAFT, 21% off. Yeah, producer Ali put in work. That's a good graphic. Yeah. Also, hey, in the super chat, say thank you, producer Ali, or props, producer Ali. She does great work. There you go. I was paid to say that. Athletes First has representation of 5 of the top 12 selections. The other 7 are represented by Athleap or Athlete. I forget which one they settled on. This is the best way for the board to be breaking down for the Minnesota Vikings. For the Vikings. Yeah, it's all fun and games until the Vikings just take Jason away. All right, Rashawn Slater goes 13. Christian Darrisaw. All right, got to be Darrisaw. Darrisaw one time. Bring it on home. Bring back that love and Darrisaw. Stanley Morris, $5 super chat. Zimmer wants Farley. Spiel wants trade down. Fans want Darrisaw. Who's going to win? No one wins. Bring back that love and Darrisaw. Whoa, that love and Darrisaw. Now, do we want me to spoil the pick or wait until the TV telecast? 1 for spoil, 2 for wait. Fargo Retro, $10 in super chat. Let's go. Jerome's props to Bruce Alley. That's right. William Lee, $10 in super chat. What lineman do you think we should go for? Darrisaw. Man, this draft has been pretty boring so far. It's been pretty straightforward. Pretty much what everyone expected. I want to see something nuts. Like, I want to see Kellen Mond go before Mac Jones. So I see a lot of 2s. All right. No spoils. Actually, a lot of 1s now, too. Actually, no, we'll go no spoils. We'll just go like... Don't you dare trade down. Well, what if it actually happened? Darrisaw. But it's probably going to be Quiddy Pay. But here's the thing, like, even if the Vikings go off script and take a guy like Quiddy Pay, Craig Henges, Herrigs, New Monthly Jerome, what up? Like, even if... So the Vikings aren't a prime trade down spot since Mac Jones is the only Big 5 quarterback left ahead of the Patriots. Probably they are going to go with Mac Jones. What do we do, man? What do we do? Oh, we haven't even got our video stuff set up. We're just a mess, man. Breathe in, breathe out. Never War Machine. The Anxiety. Love your channel. Wonder who the Chargers are going to pick. Chargers are going with Slater. And what do you think about the Vikings picking Jalen Phillips? Big time gamble with those concussions. That always worries me. But if he was completely healthy, he'd be the best edge rusher in this class. Woosah. I didn't know that he was a junior. Well, his dad's name is Reggie Slater, but I guess, is Reggie short for Rashawn? I guess it could be. It's a good looking suit. I like the lapels. There's Pops. Former Timberwolf. Vikings on the clock. Now, it would be great if Spielman finessed a trade with the Patriots. The Patriots come up from 15 to 14, and the Vikings get an extra 4th out of it. Hell, maybe even an extra 3rd, just to make sure that they aren't leapfrog and they're able to get Mac Jones. So I said that we're not going to spoil the pick. We're going to wait till the TV telecast, but you will be able to read it on my face. I will not put up a poker face on it. I'll just be like, or be like, ah. It's good, man. Got all the feels going on. Oh, and like I said, so after the Vikings pick is officially in, we'll do some quick reaction, and then we got to pause the live stream and do up the video about the player. But we'll leave the live chat open, and maybe we'll pop on in for the rest of the first round. Could do that. Maybe. Pat Fitzgerald. Pat Fitzgerald would be a great NFL coach if you ever wanted to leave Northwestern. 3 minutes to go. Bring back that love and dare us all. All right, who do you think the pick is going to be for the Vikings? Let us know. If the Vikings do trade down, I would not trade down far. Reggie Slater, Timberwolves, what up? And we've said this a bunch. If Rashawn Slater was 6'5" with long arms, he would have been drafted ahead of Penei Sewell. Yeah. The Wolves, although, I don't know, unless Pops has shrunk a little bit, he looks only slightly taller. All right, now, Schefter and Rapport reporting that the Vikings are potentially trading out of 14. Of course, pretty Ricky. The Jets are coming up. No. So the Jets are coming up from 23. That's a big time drop, man. Oh my God. It better be for a second round pick. I mean, the Jets, I believe, had 2, right? So I guess the stream is going to be going on for a little bit longer. AV2 would make sense. What's the trade compensation? The Vikings and the Jets add more fuel to the fire to the stupidest rivalry in sports history. All right. I mean, it better have at least been for a second round pick. So the Jets have 34, and they have, is that it? I guess they only have 1 second round pick. So they have 34, they have 66. I mean, it better be for a lot, because that's a pretty big drop. I mean, you're dropping down 9 spots. That's a big time trade. So I'm guessing they're coming up for offensive line. Darisaw would make sense. AVT possibly. Let's see who else is on board. Newsome would make sense. Aziz. Jalen Phillips. Quiddy Pay. Sure. So now the Vikings down at 23. You're looking at Tevin Jenkins. Maybe AVT falls that far. It's possible I wouldn't bet on it. Who else? I mean, Radun's at the back end of the first round, sure. Cosme, yes. Dickerson, we're starting to get towards that area. Jalen Mayfield, I like a lot. Oh, just take AVT. This is another inflection point because I swear to everything holy that if Darisaw or AVT turn into an all-pro and the Vikings get a turd, yeah. How much? Oh, sweet Christ. All right, so the Vikings... So the Vikings got the Jets 2 third-rounders. So the Vikings somehow, some way now have 12 picks again. So the Vikings get 2 third-rounders, 66 and 78. Or 66 and 86. The Vikings also gave up a fourth. Okay. Okay. So the Vikings traded. All right. I mean, it better be worth it. It better be worth it. I am worried that the Vikings are overthinking themselves. All right, so the Vikings lose out on AVT. They're probably going to lose out on Darisaw. And we got a ways to go to 23. Ways to go. So how do you guys want to be entertained? Like, we could do some close-up magic. All right. Look at the deck of cards as we fan out. There we go. Don't tell anyone. Just keep it in mind. Now, is that your card? Probably not. Don't care. Anyway, God. We need to do a meme. We need to do a meme for cathartic release. But why? But why? I mean, I would have been fine with them just sticking and picking AVT, even though I do love Christian Darisaw. But congratulations on getting 2 third-round picks. Jeremy Shack, $5 in Super Chat. Creed Humphrey with arms wide open. That could be the pick, too. I forgot about that. Could be Creed. Could be Dickerson. Man. Yeah, well, the notion of AVT playing tackle for them, that's certainly out the window with his length, as well as they got Mekhi Becton. But I look at what the Jets are doing, trying to give Wilson the best chance to succeed by building him a bully of an offensive line. And this is a good step in the right direction. Traveler, $5 in Super Chat. We still have Hill and Dozier. I think that reality is starting to open up that maybe that's going to happen. Patriots take Mac Jones. No poop. Belichick gets his quarterback and didn't have to move an inch. Great. Man, 23 is a long ways away. '23 is a long ways away, man. Could Darisaw make it? I don't think that he would make it past the Raiders. Maybe not the Dolphins. Cardinals could pass on, I'm sure. Washington, no. But then, we're talking about the Tevin Jenkins range. We're talking about it's really hard to have faith. It's really hard to see the forest through the trees. What can you do? What can you do? Oh, we don't want that. All right, so since the computer's tied up, I'm going to figure out a way to do this. Actually, wait. Mood lighting is in. All right. I was told that the iPhone 12 was good. All right, so we're going to see the video in real time. So since, oh, you're just seeing the back end of the camera. Sorry, I'm an ass. There we go. There we go. That's good enough. Since our primary camera is tied up with the live stream right now, we had to react to the Vikings trade down from 14 to 23 with the New York Jets, adding another chapter to the dumbest rivalry in sports history. But Spielman, I think he may be overthinking himself right now because Christian Darisaw was right there. Elijah Vera Tucker was right there. Congratulations for getting 2 third-round picks. Also, you gave the Jets the last of the 4 fourth-rounders. But I think that even though we give Spielman credit for playing chess and everyone else is playing checkers, I think he's playing Parcheesi. And no one even knows how to play Parcheesi because you had a position of need, the offensive line, and best player available, synced up, very simpatico, because the board broke as good as it possibly could have broken for the Vikings. 4 quarterbacks gone, 4 receivers, and Kyle Pitts gone. Cornerbacks, J.C. Horn and Surtain off the board. Parsons off the board. So all the temptations for Zimmer were off the board, but still. And it's weird. So I understand that AVT at 14. The Jets traded up to take AVT at 14. Huh? Is it a need or is it not? I feel like the Vikings are starting to be too cute by half, and it's really starting to overcook my grits. And I get the 2 third-round picks is extremely valuable and blah, 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 and more tickets in the raffle, the better chance you have to win. But it was right there. It was right there. The syncing up of best player available and position of need. And you pass it up. And maybe it'll work out. Maybe Darisaw falls. Maybe you take Tevin Jenkins. Maybe you take Landon Dickerson or, I don't know, Creed with arms wide open. I don't care. But I question Spielman right now. Do not like the trade down with the talent that's available right there. No. But who knows? Maybe they'll pick someone awesome at 23 in an hour, and then this will all be moot. But you know what to do. Skull. Production value. All right. So you just saw the video live. It's how the sausage is made, man. Now, how do I upload? You think I would be able to do this by now. But also, sometimes I feel like a dummy. Oh, there we go. Upload video. Seems like it would be pretty easy to do. From 14 to 23 with the Jets. Who are the Cardinals going with? With the Jeets. Upload, go, and enhance. I'm kind of annoyed. But yeah, you all heard that. Woosah. I mean, this will all work out, right? Or am I just trying to convince myself? I know the Vikings easily could get a couple of... Sorry, I've been missing some of the donations. Matt Rue, $25. Classic Rick Slater must have been their guy. That's possible. George St. Baptiste, $5. Vikings should draft the whole Notre Dame offensive line, call it a day, chemistry and talent. Have to change the scheme. I say just screw it, change it. Alex Clausen, $5. I'm dead inside. Well, I think we all might have been dead inside before. Because we cheer for the Vikings. I wonder if Gordon Jones, Mac Jones' dad, was in the Corps. Because that's a Marines high and tight right there. That's possible. Let's see here. Man. Oh, this uploads pretty fast. It was only a 2-minute video, though. 5G, man. Although, I don't know if I'm allowed to say 5G on a YouTube stream. I might be kicked off. It is what it is. Jets. Vikings and the Jets. Dun 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 dun. Vikings and the Jets. Stupid Jets. And that's what's frustrating too. Is like I understand that. Hey, we got a couple of 3rd-round picks. That's great, but I mean, your guy was there. Your multiple guys were there, and Courtney Cronin put out something. Where is it? Oh, here it is. New York Jets are taking AVT at 14. Vikings liked him and could have had him, but I've long felt that Minnesota saw AVT at 14 as an overdraft because he's a guard in the NFL for the position and could address. But yeah, that doesn't square that the Jets traded up to go get a guard. So obviously they saw that AVT was that guy too. And it's frustrating. It's not like the Vikings were hunky-dory on offensive line. That is the position of need right now. Ooh. Zaven. Garrett Bernat, $25 super chat. Love the content, man. Sucks the way we're going. Hopefully you get some good value. 23. Who do you think we should take? Just take Tevin Jenkins. And then we'll figure it out. Man, I'm missing some of these donations. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but keep it coming. Again, all that cash is going towards every meal. Twin Cities nonprofit looking to end childhood hunger. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to upload this video on the fly because I'm an animal. Let's see, Zaven Collins. Yeah, so I'm working off of an old mock draft. I think it was ESPN Nations. Yeah, Zaven. Wow. Zaven. Man. Long day. I feel like that trade down just aged me 10 years. I feel I'm in my 40s now. I'm like Ken Watanabe in Inception when they lose him in limbo for an extended period of time. That's exactly what's going on with me right now. Stupid Jets. Now, I was fine with the Vikings trading down, but not that far. That's a long ways to the top if you want to rock and roll, man. All right, that should be good to go. Vikings trade down. I hope that picked that up. All right. Let's see here. Sorry if we're kind of quiet and spacing out right now. We're trying to upload this one video about the offensive line. Ooh, I'll take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Sure, why not? Hunter Williams, $2 in the super chat. Do you want Rousseau? No. No. Passing on top tier offensive lineman. Ricky Ricky. That is for sure. Congratulations on your 2 third-round picks. Who knows? Maybe it'll work out. Like I'm understandably bitter right now. I think that a lot of people are. And that is the frustrating thing about Rick Spielman, because it feels like, oh, we got all the hype, about ready to make our pick, and then, not so much. Who'd the Raiders take? Zayvon Collins. Like, how do the Patriots just land Mac Jones without trading? $11 picks again. How's he do it? Jacob Fisek, $5 in super chat. Skull from Oklahoma City. Do we still want to draft offensive line in the first round that's not Darrisaw? Yeah. Tevin Jenkins, Creed, Dickerson, maybe even Wyatt Davis sneaks up there. Dylan Radden's the pride of Becker, Minnesota. Cosme. So it's not bereft of talent 23. Leatherwood maybe even sneaks in. It's not bereft of talent 23, but it's still frustrating. Exile at $5. With the 2 picks from the Jets, we can trade up in the mid-second. I dig this trade for now. They could, or Spielman could just stick and pick. Zach L, $5 in super chat. Rick and Zim's jobs are on the line. They've got a plan, right? I don't know. Stanley Morris, $5. Wish I had Rick's number. Be able to properly vent. I have it. I don't want to vent. Nah. So where's the Raiders, man? It's kind of surprising that the Cardinals went with Zayvon Collins. It's not that Zayvon isn't good, but, I mean, they had Isaiah Simmons last year, and they didn't even use him properly. I understand they're trying to potentially replace Hassan Reddick, and maybe Zayvon could be that dude off the edge, but a little bit surprising. All right, so Zayvon Collins. I mean, if you're the Raiders, you got to go Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, don't you? Oh, Leatherwood, wow. Leatherwood before Darrisaw. Man. I would have lost some cash thinking that's coming up. Hell, maybe the Vikings trade down from 23 and still get Darrisaw. That'd be amazing. Raymond Schrankler, $10 in super chat. Thoughts on Liam Eichenberg in the first? It's a possibility. I think if he ended up with the Chiefs don't have a first-round pick anymore, but one of the Baltimore picks, him replacing Brown at right tackle, that would make a lot of sense. Continued pettiness. All right, so Leatherwood off the board. Now, Leatherwood had an interesting draft projection because he was seen largely as a first-round pick right away. Then took a dip, didn't really test the greatest, but I mean, he was a multi-year starter for Alabama, played guard, played left tackle. I think he's a really solid player. You got no electric moves. God, I'm going to go out for a steak. My darling, Yes. Haha. Raiders make the pick and crowd silence. Wow. It's kind of crazy. I'm surprised I didn't go with Jeremiah Sukoromora since they have to play Travis Kelce twice a year. No, Leatherwood's solid. Plus, you probably play him at right tackle since it just gave Colton Miller all that money. So maybe it works out. We'll see. Darissa. Matt Miller, Leatherwood was my number 69 over player. Nice. It's funny. Good times had by all. So now we're just sitting. Dolphins could go basically any direction where they got Jalen Waddle. Darrisaw would make sense on that offensive line. I think you could put Darrisaw at right tackle, kick Robert Hunt into guard. I think that'd be the best use for him. They could go Greg Newsome, put him with Xavier and Byron Jones. Aziz would make sense. Joke would make a lot of sense. Tevin Jenkins for some nastiness. Kwity Paye. Najee. Probably not Barmore. And watch, it'll be Barmore now. Jalen Phillips, keeping him in South Beach. Trevin Morig would be a great addition to that secondary. And 23 is just a long, long drop. Raymond Trankler, $5 in super chat. Thoughts on Dylan Sandvig in the first round? I do not know who that is. Chris Greer. Chris Greer is a solid GM. I respect his work. See this publish? Yeah, it did publish. Monetize, son. Save and enhance. There we go. There. Jalen Phillips. Nailed it. South Beach. Jalen Phillips was the number 1 recruit in the country. And then he was at UCLA, played right away as a true freshman, did well through 2 seasons, was hit by a freaking car, medically retired, came back 1 season at the U. It's a really good story. It's a big-time gamble, but if you're a team like the Dolphins who have multiple first-round picks, you can afford to gamble. Like, you can afford to take chances on medical dudes since you have so many picks, so many premium picks. And if he stays healthy, I think that he has a chance to be the best edge rusher in this class. I think it's a really good pickup for the Dolphins where they've really lacked that consistent edge rush in Flores' defense. And Phillips could certainly bring that. Alex Zeller, who needs a tackle before 23? It's a good question. So Washington, certainly, they haven't really replaced Trent Williams. The Giants, maybe, but they do have Andrew Thomas, Matt Pert. You could see them go with a guy like Tevin Jenkins, play him at guard. Colts, certainly. I have a hard time thinking that Darrisaw will get by the Colts at 21. Titans, well, Titans certainly need a tackle because of the Isaiah Wilson kerfuffle. But we'll see what happens. With injury history. Oh, oh yeah, defensive lineman can't wear single digits. I was like, man, what number is he gonna wear? I say just open everything up. Like, I want to see a defensive tackle with number 6. That'd be pretty damn great. Stan Morrow's $10 in super chat. How did the Bears trade up 9 spots, give up future 1 and 3 plus a fifth this year? We only got 2/3. Because of the stage of the draft and because of the leverage. This came up to 11, but the Bears. It's a pretty similar jump, but it was more the Giants had the Bears by the cojones, where it is for a quarterback. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Vikings were the one who initiated the trade on for the Jets, so they would have to give up a little bit more. Wonder how that would sync up with the trade chart. Actually, I say that, and then I'm watching like this trade chart. The world famous trade chart, draft tech. Let's go. All right, so the Vikings dropping down to 23. Calculator. $11.34.5. And let's see the Jets picks. It's not going to be a lot. Jets 760 plus the 2 third-round picks. 260 plus 160. All right, so 1180. So the Vikings, by the trade chart, did get slightly the better of it. Meh. It'd be what it'd be. I don't even think Jefferson or Dancer from last year. Barmore. All right, Barmore, Darrisaw, Morig. Jalen Phillips goes. Bateman still on board. I don't know why people are so down on Darrisaw. Like, we've seen some comments. It was like, oh, he's got a bad work ethic, even though that has never popped up anywhere except for random people. Malcolm Gladwell, Jimmy Kimmel. I forgot that late night talk shows are still a thing. Maybe it's because I go to bed so early. Meh. All right, Washington's on the clock at 19. This would make sense for Darrisaw. I don't think they go Barmore. They have one of the deepest defensive lines in the league. Morig could potentially make sense. Bateman, I mean, even though they got Samuel and they got McLaurin, they could go 3 wide here. Actually, this is the stage of the draft where, hey, let's start getting nuts. How about Kellen Mond at 19? Anyone in? Bueller? Let's go. Yeah, Joke is still on board. That would also make sense. Newsom, possibly. Yeah, man, people get pissed when you're anticipating the pick and then they trade down. The most frustrating was in 2019 when the Vikings in the 3rd round traded down, 4 or 5 times, and then took Madison at the back in the 3rd round. Now, they were able to do that because they knew that they were the highest on Madison. Teams probably saw him as a day 3 pick, 4th or 5th rounder. So they're able to trade down, and still get their guy. Washington football team, they shouldn't take up a new nickname. They should just be the Washington football team forever. Jamin Davis, wow! The pride of Kentucky. Get some. His pro day blew him up big time. Really good player. I am shocked that he is the 2nd linebacker off the board. I am shocked, man. That's awesome, though. All right. Chat, who do you want at 23? Let us know. Jamin Davis blew up. Shoot. Oh yeah, Bama's had 5 players in the top 17. It's pretty legit. Pretty easy to see why they won the national title. She got electric moves. In a magazine. Cody Bodden, $10 in super chat. Farley at 23. I hadn't even thought about that. Where Farley's a bad dude, man, but that back scares me. That back scares me. Oh yeah, sorry, third linebacker. Forgot about Zaven. How is Joke the fourth linebacker? Hell, maybe even Nick Bolton will go before him. That's crazy. Or maybe the Vikings do take FU pay me. Let's see, Darisaw, Jenkins, Dickerson, Cosme, Raduns. So the Vikings will have offensive line options, but I am a little worried that given the Vikings trade down, be like, we'll just draft guards in the third round because they're guaranteed to be there and there won't be a run on them in the second round. That they do have the flexibility to trade up in the second round, but I don't trust Zimmer or Spielman to do that. And I don't know. Maybe Darisaw makes it past the Colts and Titans. I think that is a gauntlet. I think they both easily could take offensive linemen, notably tackles. So you could see Darisaw go to the Colts, replace Anthony Costanzo makes a lot of sense. Tevin Jenkins going to the Titans, replacing Isaiah Wilson, right tackle, makes a ton of sense. So the Vikings may be stuck with, well, stuck isn't really the word, but Dickerson, maybe. Cosme, maybe. Raduns, I wouldn't be upset about. Wyatt Davis, maybe he sneaks in the first round. I don't know. Megatron Colossus, $10 super chat. Do you think we will go O-line first round because we really need it? I kind of hope so. Salvador, $2 in super chat. Just won 200 Vikings trade back. Rick never upsets. Ha! That's pretty good. Also, give another huzzah for producer Allie. Doing great work out here. Woosah, breathe in, breathe out. Gettleman on board again. First time he's ever traded in the first round. That's insane. That's crazy. Who they go with here? Edge rusher, yes, makes sense. Even though they got Leonard Williams back. Kwity Paye. Do they go with Barmore as a Dalvin Tomlinson replacement? Interior offensive line, sure, to a degree. Nick Bolton, yes. Joke would make sense. Especially with the tight ends that Washington's assembling. Hey, if you're going to draft a tackle, why don't you trade us Matt Pert? Matt Pert. Robert Byer, $5 in super chat. Thank you. Wide flat, could Bateman go to the Titans? Certainly. Yeah, they lost Corey Davis. They haven't traded for Julio yet. Man. I'm still fired up. Even though it didn't go exactly the way we wanted to. I would have been fine if they even just passed on Darisaw. They just took AVT. But now they're just teasing us with the dream. Maybe Darisaw takes a tumble. Or maybe this is some random thing. Like maybe Darisaw has some unreported medical stuff. Maybe this is a Jawan Taylor situation from a couple years ago. 2017? 17, 18, 18. Or 2018. Yeah, 2018. Woosah. Woosah. Or like Miles Jack. Was it 2016? Where he was seen as a hammer first round pick and then, no. Hey, Nickerson's in the chat. What up? Breathe. Oh, what does it mean? So Linval's out fishing wearing a Viking shirt. Giants pick is in. Where are they going to go? Giants take Kadarius Toney. Wow. Let's go. Man, the draft is fun. Kadarius Toney, what up? So a lot of mock drafts had the Giants going wide receiver at 11. If Jalen Waddle had fell, that was a pretty popular pick. But Kadarius Toney could be that dude. He's a lot of fun. Dynamic player. Bit of a gadget type player as well. And yeah, Danny Dimes is going to have a lot of fun here. Darisaw, Jenkins, Dickerson, Cosme. So if the Vikings traded back and they got Tevin Jenkins, wait, what? Why are Giants fans upset? Kadarius Toney's awesome. Who did you want? Or wait, is this a New York thing where both the Jets and the Giants fans just boo their picks? They can't be excited. Kadarius Toney's the man. And yeah, it looks like they do give him all 32 hats. I mean, the NFL can afford it. I mean, New Era's got that money. Got an exclusive contract. That's a unique headshot. Wait, did it say that the mom went into labor when she was at the Senior Bowl? That's foreshadowing, man. That's like the start of the movie. The Kadarius Toney show. Big Blue. Big Blue got a good receiver. Toney is good, man. So let's see who's still on board. Darisaw, yes. Newsom, yes. Aziz, Owusu-Koramoah, Tevin Jenkins, Kwity Paye, Barmore still there, Trevor Morig, Rousseau. This all ends with Zimmer still getting his cornerback. George St. Baptiste, $5 in super chat. So if you could draft one bust on the roster right now, who would pan out and who would buy? I really like to mark. If you could have one draft bust on the roster right now, but pan out. Could we say Matt Khalil? Now, Jamarcus Russell, I mean, he had all the physical tools. He just didn't love the game. Now I'll say Matt Khalil. Jacob Love, draft him Tebow and play him to Twins. So no, have Tebow play with the St. Paul Saints, except he probably suck there since they're AAA. I am Speed. Tony's a lot of fun. He's like a lighter version of Percy Harvin, and without the migraines. But that might just be a Florida thing. He's tough to tackle. All right, Colts are up. Hey, can we just reduce the first round time to 5 minutes after the first half? That seems fair. Or bring it down to 7 or something. Who do you guys want at 23? Holla in the chat, yo. Yeah, this all ends with Zimmer still getting a cornerback. So, given the choice between Newsom and Farley, I guess I would take Newsom. Where, given the Vikings, the last couple of drafts with medical dudes, I'll just take Newsom. I'm surprised Bateman's still on board. Did the Vikings go Bateman? Wow, that would be nuts, man. See, Vikings go Bateman. So I'm just mentally preparing myself for them not to go offensive line. Even if Darrisaw and Jenkins are on the board, even though I kind of doubt it. I think that there could be a run on tackles right now with the Colts and the Titans. But hell, if the Vikings go Aziz, if they go Kwity Paye, I'm not necessarily mad at that. Barmore, sure. Morig, sure. Rousseau, Farley or Newsom, yeah, little boy. Bateman, sure. Why the hell not? Anyone else? Radons, Cosme, Eichenberg, Mayfield, Dickerson. Do we just take Landon Dickerson at 23? Damn the torpedoes. I'll be pretty hyped about that. I love Landon Dickerson, even though, yes, worried about the health issues. Same thing with Wyatt Davis. All right, so everyone in the chat, we need to take a just through the nose, out the mouth. Just be in tune with your breathing and be at peace with whatever happens. We can't control what happens. We can only control how we feel about the events. And if we get upset, that's on us. Woosah. No, my body's ready. My body is fully ready for it not to be offensive line, even though they're just there, man. And hell, maybe Darrisaw is taking that draft day tumble. Maybe it is medicals. Maybe he is the Jawan Taylor of this class. Now, I don't know if Body Armor is a independent company or if they're owned by one of the major distributors, but they've been popping up all over the place. It does seem like they're starting to take a market share from Gatorade and Powerade. Or hell, they might be owned by Powerade and I don't even know, so that might be kind of dumb. Russell Wilson is a robot, man. I actually feel like everything that he says is run through like 7 different levels of PR teams. Just completely scrubbed out. Like, Russ is going to be a politician. I could see him be good at it, too. Yeah. Joke or Darrisaw? I forgot Joke is still there. Hell, I'll take Joke. Why do I keep skipping over him when I'm looking at this list? I don't know why. Go ahead, take Najee Harris. Joe Tryon. This is exhausting. I take back the idea that that every day should be draft day. Doogie tweeting out, story of tonight for me is how badly the Vikings, seem to want Fields. That was earlier. Well, didn't work out. Whoops. Oh, Colts taking FU, pay me. FU, pay me. All right, so now Darisaw or Jenkins are going to be guaranteed to be there at 23, one of the two, or Newsome or Aziz or Joke or Elijah. I'm kind of surprised about Joke, man. It's pretty crazy. Let's see. Jared Lewis, $5 super chat. Darisaw, if he's available, still not be upset about the Wyatt Davis reach. If Darisaw's there, I would take him over Wyatt Davis. Olin Hawkinson, $4 in super chat. Coffee. Stylistically, it would make more sense for the Titans to go Tevin Jenkins, who played right tackle at Oklahoma State. Plus, he kind of has the disposition that they have. They obviously run a lot of man concepts with Derrick Henry. And his disposition syncs up well with Taylor Lewan, the left tackle. Darisaw is seen as more of a finesse player, but I'll certainly take that finesse. F you, pay me. Yeah, the Colts and Kwity Paye had been a pick that was mocked quite a bit in the national mock drafts. We're going to go. We are going to go. Handful of picks left. First round is almost in the books. We thought that we would be in the clubhouse by now, but nope. Because, of course, the Vikings just had to trade out. They had to do everything. All right, so we'll do... Vikings had interest in Fields, sure. Let's see. Round 1 recap, yes. No. Kwity Paye is a really good story. I'm sure that they'll harp on it in the on the national telecast. Good player. Also has some health concerns, but not as serious as... Oh, Nate Stanley making another appearance. So Nate Stanley has been all over the draft coverage, mainly him getting sacked by Micah Parsons and Kwity Paye. It's really funny. Even though I certainly have my reservations about Nate Stanley, if he'll ever be anything more than a practice squad level player, he seems like a good dude. Seems pretty funny too. He's got a big arm. He can't move, but who among us can really move? Kwity Paye NFL comparison, Brandon Graham. Hey, that's my lazy comparison because they're both stout defensive ends from Michigan. How dare you, NFL Network? Well, you can't show a highlight against Cameron Fleming. That's not fair. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Will Hernandez got worked on that rep. No biggie. Tennessee Titans, 3 minutes ago. I'm a little concerned that the Vikings are going to trade out again. Given the composition of the board, I could see them doing it. But the question would be, who would want to come up? Because the problem about trading down when there's a lot of good players that you feel about the same about is other teams may see the board in the same way as like, why would we trade up for any one of these players of like 10 or 12 that we feel about the same about, or that we have a similar grade on, you know? You know, screw it. I'm at peace with whatever happens. All right. In the chat, let us know who you want from this list. Because this list, hell, they'll probably draft someone not even on this list. Who you going to go with? Ooh, we're going to go deep. Does Wheeler Walker Little Jr. sneak in? Javonte Williams? That doesn't make sense. Tutu? Trask? I would vomit. I don't think Aiden Hutchinson's even in this class. Tanner Morgan is not in this class. This is an old list. Never mind. I should update this. I should update the off page. Bolton, Melifanu, Stokes. God, did they just take Stokes? Did they just take the fast guy? Haven't we learned from last couple times? Also, name a good cornerback that Zimmer has drafted in the first round. I'll wait. Chris Reisel, $5 in Super Chat. Whiskey in the cup. Bourbon. All right, so we got some Darisaws. We got some Batemans. We got not a cornerback. Joke is still on board. Joke is a really good player, man. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromor. Linebacker, heat-seeking missile. Money backer from the University of Notre Dame. See, Tony's up. Vikings on the clock again. I feel like Herb Street is perpetually sunburned. It's probably out living the good life, getting after it. Tennessee Titans, who we got? Come on, come on, come on. Titans for Caleb. Oh! They went Caleb Farley. They're gambling on the dude with the bad back. So, once again, the board broke as good as possible. Yeah, so just like at 14, the board broke nearly perfect for the Vikings. So looking at the trade down from Barrett Tucker, Mac Jones, they weren't in on. Zaven, Leatherwood, a little bit of an overdraft, that's fine. Phillips, they may have been hot and cold on, that's fine. Jamin Davis, that probably would have been out on linebacker. Tony, they weren't going to draft a wide receiver first round. Pay, they would have had interest in. Farley, Zimmer would have had interest in, but Darisaw is there. Tevin Jenkins is there. Aziz is there. Joke is there. And it will somehow end up being Greg Newsome. And again, this isn't a shot at Greg Newsome, but this is more the available talent. The available talent at a big-time position need. Like, if you can trade down and get Darisaw, I respect it. I wish you didn't take the risk. I'm happy with the extra 2 third-round picks. But, yeah. I wonder if Caleb Farley's going to wear 3 with the Tennessee Titans. All right, so who do we want? De Niro Jones, $5 in super chat. We'll trade out the first for Manti Te'o's imaginary girlfriend. I get it. Robert Byer, $5. Spielman might pull this off. He might. Oh, as of right now, we raised $600 on the live stream. You guys are the best. Every single dollar from this and proceeds from the Teespring store going to every meal. Twin Cities based charity trying to end childhood hunger in the amongst the youth in the Twin Cities. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Yeah. So donate, super chat, Venmo, buy stuff in the Teespring store. Promo code DRAFT, 21% off. Do it up. All right. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be offensive line? Is it gonna be Joke? Now, if they don't go offensive line, I am at peace. Because with those 4 third-round picks, that's insane. 4 third-rounders, 3 fourth-rounders. They can maneuver in the second if they want. They could get into the back end of the first round if they want. Hell, they certainly could do it. They could stick and pick and maybe some of the mid-tier guards like a Cleveland or Trey Smith or a Moore or Brown fall to the Vikings, which would be fine. But you have a chance right here, man. Unless they're fully sold on Ezra at left tackle. Get Tevin Jenkins. Get Tevin Jenkins, play him at right guard. I don't care. Get Darisaw, play him at guard. I don't care. Get Landon Dickerson, play him wherever. I do not care. Once again, just like at 14, at 23, position of need and BPA is syncing up with the Vikings. And here we are. Maybe he is playing chess. Maybe we should trust Rick Spielman. Oh, I forgot. Am I spoiling the pick or am I not? Yeah, I won't spoil it. I'll let it be on the TV. But like I said before, I'm not going to hold back the poker face. The Rat Boy 420 buck in the super chat. Who's it gonna be? Do 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 do. I can't help it, man. Again, collective deep breath. Woosah. Breathe. In and out. In and out. Anatomy chart. I feel like this is a lot less stressful than the Vikings on the clock at 14 because we already been through it once. It's like, what movie was that? I think it was Big Daddy. We wasted the good surprise on you. Nick Popazek, Darisaw, no matter what. Hard to agree, but we'll see. Terrorjet, $5 in super chat as well. You're the best. Jeremy Shack, $2 in super chat. Here comes the trade with Jacksonville. No, they made the pick. Pick is in. Okay. I think we're in business here, people. And hell, if the Vikings and Spielman traded back 9 spots, got 2 third-round picks for the cost of a 4th, and still got the guy that we were chomping at the bit for at 14, I mean, hats off. Hats off. Oh, yeah, we got the buzz cut going on today, by the way. Oh! Sorry, no spoilers. How's it gonna be? Now, I wonder, can I take the camera offline, still do the audio? Because I want to keep the live stream up as we do the video. Because we got to get this out because we're fired up, man. How's it gonna be when you don't know me anymore? How's it gonna be? But I say that's in the heat again. I know in the air. Yeah. How's it gonna be? Maybe I'll just sing and then everyone will go away from the stream. Again, hey, no spoilers. We're not spoiling. We're not spoiling. This is a good poker face. No, they took Greg Newsome. Actually, no, they took Asante Samuel Jr. No, wait, they took Avery Williams. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. They did it. So Darisaw was my number 2 offensive lineman in the rankings. He's got size. He's got length. He can block with power. He can block with quickness. He's got everything. Like he is like He's got polish. It was a 3-year starter at left tackle for the Virginia Tech Hokies. And, man, I am fired up. Where, again, I would have been perfectly fine sticking and picking and taking him at 14. The fact that you traded down 9 spots, got 2 extra third-round picks, and still got the guy that you would have taken at 14, that is a huge gamble, man. I did not expect to see Darisaw get by Washington at 19, the Colts at 21, the Titans at 22. Hell, even the Giants had offensive line needs. The Raiders took a tackle in the intervening picks that you traded down. But that's faith, man. That's faith. That's Spielman. So even though we pissed and moaned about them trading out for 14, yeah, man, baby, we got a stew going. I'm fired up. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So what are we going to do? All right, so we're going to keep the live stream going since we're close to finishing out the first round anyway. And we're going to start assembling the video. Actually, this will be fun. This will show how the sausage is made and whatnot. All right, so we're going to do the video. Maybe we should start a clubhouse. Would love to hear some audio of what you guys think. I should have really prepped ahead of time, but I'm not gonna lie. Even though we make a lot of content, I can be extremely lazy at times. But this was just are you kidding me masterstroke. I mean, how did he do it? Or maybe they saw the board where it's like, all right, we like Darisaw. If he falls to us at 23, great. We like Tevin Jenkins as well. Awesome. But, man, I mean, the fact that they just freaking pulled this off. Are you kidding me? Talk about the heist. Let's go. Let's see, 2021. All right. Also, in the live chat, let us know what your grade is on this pick. A, B, C, D, F. Let it be known. I mean, how do you get Darisaw at 23? This is like a fever dream, man. Also, Doogie mentioned that the Vikings were really in on Justin Fields, but, I mean, who wouldn't be, right? As his value was dropping, computer's running slow, probably because I have like 17 things running at one time, including my hot. My hot's at like a BPA. Beats BPM of 9,000 because I love the Coca. Photo. Sometimes I feel bad for him getting booed so much. Najee, yeah, the running back. That makes sense. Kickstart my heart. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to pause the live stream. Well, I'm just going to be off camera. Yeah, we can find a way to do that. But we're going to keep the live stream chat open so you guys can talk among yourselves. Have a little coffee time. I think the audio is still going. Hey, type 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. Because we're still technically streaming. I just got the camera off. Oh, good. You can still hear me. Anyways, so you'll hear the live, like, raw version of us as we work in the background. Wow. I mean, how did they pull this friggin' thing off, man? Christian friggin' Darisaw at 23. NFL draft. See, Najee Harris went. The Jaguars back up on the clock. I'm pretty fired up, man. The fact that the offensive line suddenly got a ton better, it's just really good. Spielman did not ignore the offensive line this time around, baby. You know this, man. You know this, man. And basically this, not gonna lie, this is gonna be kind of a repeat of our draft profile, but man, he's just that dude. He is just that dude. I love Christian Darrisaw. Darrisaw, let's see, MP4. And Spielman really is playing checkers, man. He's playing checkers, and we're just eating boogers. Man, he did it. He did it. How the hell did he pull this damn thing off? Wow. Wow. I'm still in shock. He crapped out a whole plum. I was plum surprised. Oh, so the debate, what's the better movie, Beer Fest or Super Troopers? So I respect Super Troopers because it obviously came first. Broken Lizard put them on the map. But I think in terms of rewatchability, Beer Fest is a better movie. Legit. And I understand if we lose followers because of that. But it be what it be. Darrisaw, fire up. Because the board broke beautiful. Like, how is that even possible? Like, how do you get the board to break like that twice? Suppose we should get details on the trade and kind of ignore that. I talk to myself a lot when I'm working, by the way. I hear voices. Hey, 2,000 people still hang around. What up? Was it rap sheet? No, that doesn't make sense. There we go. Actually, you know what, crew? We're going to stop the stream. We're going to pause. We're going to focus, get this video up. You guys are